does she
Eat chips.
live her life?
Yep.
Her body's
That's how
not.
we got kids.
Her bod-
It's a me, Kratos.
So they would explode if they didn't
Maybe
have the
not.
little holes at the back.
it's why I don't wear underwear to bed.
Because she releases gas.
You let it breathe.
That's what PC stands for. Penile combustion.
And that is definitely our cue to go to a break.
There, it's a bit risque. Back here, you just a blob.
Scotty,
Green.
PC, Pixel, Drop.
Go back. Over the kid.
You haven't had your face photoshopped onto enough porn.
I try
That's
and
true.
no one does it.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, for Thursday, the 15th of December. Just meet to you, Ben Dixon. Starring Stephanie Ben Dixon.
Oh, I've got to show my shirt.
Show the shirt.
What is it?
The Witcher signs, Peter.
Who cares?
Peter Burns.
Gonna need some focus.
It's Gus Reynolds. Little Will and what the fuck did that come from? And it's Painted Nick. What the fuck?
You've heard of Will in the Bill? No, Elf on the Shelf. There he is.
Will in the
doing?
bill?
Isn't it? You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now you've got Will on the stool.
Will on,
I
Will
think-
on a stool.
Will on the
Will on the pill is more what that looks
Hey.
like. It's your boy Nick Boy Richardson, and tonight on the show, so much harder on the phone. Witcher games are we talking about? It doesn't matter, because we are high on life, man. Which is good, because Forspoken brought me low. But now we're thinking with portals, so hello, neighbor. I'll give you a wave, my child of light.
That was lovely.
Thank you so much. I think it could be our best show yet, but it certainly is going to be our last show for the year.
Done.
Oh,
This is
cheers, everybody.
Cheers, clinkies.
See, this is how you do it, Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone in.
Oh, that's how you do it. Oh,
God,
okay.
that mug is aggressive.
I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
Whole life.
I'm really terrified when Master Chief just comes in for a wine glass and it's like,
Yeah, that's
our focal
um.
point. I think it's back here somewhere.
What do you mean? I'm focused.
It's all right.
Peyton, come and focus the camera.
Don't touch the
Peyton, come and
cameras.
focus the camera.
Just see what happens.
Just do it.
Come on.
I'm really upset by what's happening over there.
You're just jealous.
No, I don't.
So-
I don't trust
No.
those.
Just
So at the front of the lens, put your hand right in front of the lens.
In
Right
front
in
of
front.
Yep.
Now work your way back up the lens.
It's too out
The
of
ring,
focus.
there's
She
the
gave.
ring closest to the end of the lens. Start turning it.
With the ridge?
Yeah.
the other way.
Oh,
Whoa.
God. That looks good.
No,
That's good.
that's good.
No, that's what.
Hey,
no,
that's
I think,
sharp.
I think it's a bit soft.
Steph, you were
That's
screaming
good.
in the
You
bathroom
can't
5 minutes
see.
ago. How do I put my contact
But I
lenses
got them in.
I
because,
doubt it.
because Peyton helped me.
No, because that's sharp as
She
shit.
told me a trick.
Don't fuck with it anymore. She's fucking with it more.
That was good. No, that was good. But you need to swap this. You need to fix
What a
two
rate.
more cameras.
She's so
Really?
She's so
There's too
expensive.
much headroom on this one. So in the middle,
What have you been doing all day?
nothing.
Oh, that's
I've
fair.
been waiting for people to sit in this couch and
To be fair, 10 minutes ago, I was getting my drink and Pete just reached past me and pulled out the Halo mug and he's like, it's time to bring this boy out.
I have done a fucking lot today.
Yeah.
But there's another show that happens in the studio now, and everything fucking breaks
Yep,
between
true.
shows.
Yeah, there's-
That camera there. So hold that arm.
Whoa, we
hold
got-
that arm. No, you can't do it yet.
The
Don't
hype
don't,
train's-
don't put any force on it yet.
The hype train's going crazy to pay for Peyton's expensive
Yeah, good.
camera skills.
Good.
So grab your left hand now and see on the head of the tripod, not the camera, below the camera,
That little,
up from the leg, up from the leg.
Up.
Yep,
Up there.
that there.
Yep. Gently.
You're gonna
It would
loosen
be
that,
if they could see what was happening.
Yeah.
and then you're gonna use your right hand.
Peyton.
You're gonna tilt the camera forward.
Whoa.
Oh, you're
no.
you're panning the
Nice.
camera as well. You're panning the camera as well. Up a
Good
bit.
job.
Up.
Oh, that's all right. That's good there. And then
That's
you got to pan it though. You got to pan it back because
Other
there's too
Other way,
other way,
Other way.
See how much room there is over
More
there?
Nick and Steph. Give
Less.
the
That's
people
good.
what they
But
want.
no, too
No,
much.
too much.
Back
Too
over
much
here.
this way.
Back over here. Back
This
over
way.
here. Yeah.
Use your eyes.
Use
You reckon that's what you
Use
reckon that's
your
right?
eyes.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Now
Okay.
tighten.
That's right. Well, don't worry about the don't worry. Yeah, the tilt is. But
Now
the
if you
pan-
wobble it, you can pretend we're in an earthquake.
Now you're going to jump around to this
No.
third camera here. And this
We are
is
training star.
Yeah, see, this
There's not
this
enough
one's
headroom on this one.
fucked.
What's going on
There's
over
not enough
here?
Nick is
headroom.
even slouching. So you're going to do the same thing, but the opposite. You're going to give him more headroom on this.
I
one.
can't sit professionally
ceiling.
in this outfit?
Well, I think more to the
Back
point
down?
is your crotch is
You,
just
you
too
can be
distracting.
okay. So you can be.
too
You
big.
need more Christmas light. I don't think so.
It's too big.
Go down to
nothing
yeah.
we can do
You
about
don't
that.
need to see the top shelf. Yeah,
There's
that's
no
good.
lens.
Yeah,
Whoa.
nice.
That's good. But then give Steph a little more room.
You sit up a little, Nick.
But I'm not going to.
So right at the front, there's another.
In fact,
there's
I
another
would say
lock.
he's going to slouch
Slouch
further down.
Yeah.
As the
100%.
night
I'm going to be
progresses.
sitting like this. I can give you a bit of this.
The thing
Yeah.
these two do is they'll lean
sort of
out
fucking
from
sorry
the
that
middle of
we
the
are-
chairs.
Entertaining
Oh
professional.
yeah,
think we both lean
sometimes,
out.
yeah. Sometimes I do this.
And Nick,
But,
you lean
but
outside.
And then
sometimes,
Steph will
no,
lean
but
the other way.
sometimes we lean in.
And sometimes you lean in. Yeah,
And sometimes we put our left foot in and we shake it all about.
Yeah.
that's perfect. Thank you, Peyton.
Great.
All right, ready to start a show?
$3,000. Okay, $3,000. That's how much we need to raise tonight. $3,000 to pay Peyton.
All right.
Yeah.
You let her touch all 3 cameras
Nick,
and you've never let me touch
If you could
one.
donate $3,000. Great. Will, what's going on?
We need to talk about this.
Well, I bought this last year, and I'll never have another reason to wear it. So
What
I
was
mean,
your-
Christmas is
Why
every
did-
year.
what was
I
your
have-
first
I
reason
have
to wear it?
seen you in it
first
before.
yeah, I wore it just because I wanted to jump across a crossing because it was cute, like in the movie Elf.
He's Elf.
This
What?
is
Oh, it's
my-
Will Ferrell's
It's Will
hair.
Ferrell,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which crossing?
the one outside the Melbourne Centre, the exhibition
He did a video
centre.
jumping on the zebra crossing over from the exhibition centre to the Crown Casino.
Will
Like,
did or Will
me.
did?
Will did.
Which
Will
Will?
did.
Ferrell or Yates?
Yates did it in impersonating Ferrell in the film.
Die
okay.
Hard.
So the film wasn't. There's no Melbourne in the film.
No.
No, it's because he lived in Melbourne.
Yeah.
I forgot he lived in Melbourne.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
he-
Okay, cool. Good to know. How's everybody? Gus?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
End of the year?
I have one Christmas sweater that I got at PAX from Aussie Broadband.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd wear it. I have no other reason to wear it. And people
In
were
fact, you have
How
anti-reason
warm are
to
you?
wear it because
I'm
it's
fine at the moment.
Are you?
I'm
free
long-
advertising.
I'm long sleeving under this as well.
like
so
those
You're long
jeans.
sleeving under this.
new jeans.
I like a pale denim.
Peter and I went pants shopping the other day.
Did you?
And
So
I,
fucking
you've opened this Pandora's
most
box.
boring story.
Because
Not boring,
before you
sure.
start,
I live
what
for
did I
this.
say to you yesterday?
I like your jeans.
And what else? It's
that's
hard
good
to find a
sentence.
good pale.
Oh, okay. And
then-
I've never
then I
had
got this
pale
story.
jeans.
I love pale jeans on Peter. I think that there's something a little bit 90s about them, and he's got some with
Yeah.
like ripped jeans, and it's
Yeah.
like he's stepped out of a grunge
Are
music.
these
Yeah, you should do
stonewash?
it.
What's stonewash? I don't
They're
know
not
if these
No,
are
stonewash is like with that black with that
Well-
looks like it's had like that's acid wash. What is stonewash?
I thought stonewash was
Greyish?
just roughed up and faded.
Yeah, it could be.
Distressed.
Yeah.
So these aren't distressed, but nor was I when I went into Just Jeans Not Sponsored,
Fucking
and I
hell.
purchased a pair of jeans. I had to go a size up. That's what's happening recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, these fit because I've been wearing 2 pairs of jeans that are way too small all year. I was like,
Yeah.
time to finally just bite the bullet, go up a size. I did. I put 1 pair of pants on. They fit perfectly. I walked out. I was like, do they come in black? And
Oh, I know
2
where
other,
this is
did
going.
they come in 2 other colors? I bought 4 pairs of jeans in probably under 8 minutes, I'd say.
I don't think
4 pairs.
I don't think that's true. I think you bought 1 pair of jeans in 4 colors.
Yeah,
Like-
and I walked out of the store and I went to the counter and I was like, he was like, do you want to try? I was like, nah, these are good. Bang, bang, bang. Let's do all 4. Peter was standing there waiting. I said, let's go. And I wanted to say, like, as he's wrapping it up and bagging it, I'm like, you impressed? To the store guy. I'm like, I bet he's never sold 4 pairs of pants in under like 6 minutes.
Like the store guy would be thinking about the conversation that he had on Tinder and also what he's doing on the weekend. He did not notice that it took you.
But you know how often they like have to fuck around by getting people sizes.
The movie
and
that's going on
colours
in your
and
head
everything. And I'm
that
like,
centers
I bought
around
4
you
pairs
all the time is
Oh,
amazing.
Steph.
maybe closer to
Preach,
6. I reckon
sister.
it was 6 minutes. I was out the door.
You impressed? Who are you?
Dolphin Pants says, "Holy fuck, Gus, you made that whole guy's week." But don't you think it would be more impressive if you found 4 different pairs of jeans, not one? Because basically, what you did, you walked in, you saw the first pair of jeans, you said,
I'll
"I'll
get
put
4
them
of
on."
those.
I know
looked
my
and fit
size.
great, yeah.
Give me 3 other colors.
But we didn't do the let's like, oh,
That's
what
not-
about this? What about this? I was like, I want that color, and black, bang, dun, dun, dun. He's like, oh, you get cheaper for a second item. I'm like, I want them, bang, put them in, bang, we walked out.
The problem is that I
Bang.
found
Bang.
is that you buy jeans that are the same style in different colors, but I find that the distressing of the denim to get them different colors changes the elasticity, and so I find that I'll buy the same pair of jeans in 2 different colors and they're completely different sizes.
This is the amount of thinking that I didn't put into my 6-minute speed.
Did you
bump.
try on the other pairs?
Nah.
Interesting.
I tried on
Be an
one other pair
exciting
because
day.
of the guy. I put the one pair on, they fit. I said, let's get 3 more pairs. And this one, he goes, just try these ones on. I quickly ran and went, tried them on. I was like, yeah, they fit. The size is fine. Let's do this.
NJ
Lee Riders,
Games
let's
says
get 4
your jeans
pairs.
look banging.
There
Yeah,
you go.
They do
Thank
look
you.
They do look banging.
They're banging. And I have 3 other pairs.
I want to say
6 minutes.
Merry Christmas to the person who took my credit card details and spent $300 at $3,000 at David Jones.
3,000.
3,000.
Holy
wow.
crap. To a DJ spending spree.
Good on
Yeah.
him.
Wow.
Well, that's better than the person who stole my credit card details like 10 years ago and bought a bunch of online porn,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is like-
Who could it have been?
which is like, sure, and sex toys, sure, and paid their phone bill. And so we're very, very easy to catch.
Wow.
Yeah, wild.
Their phone bill.
Paid
yeah.
their phone bill. What's that
That's
about?
crazy.
$3
So-
grand. Anything
Maybe it
exciting?
was a mistake. I don't know what they bought. I just
Know where they bought.
I just know that they went
DJs.
nuts at David Jones Artarmon.
Probably in the food court.
Do you have the card? It's not that
Yeah.
you physically lost it.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
you just
physically
have
lost.
it.
So
It's
you
like-
got.
I don't know if it was one of those. The only thing I can think of is that it's one of those things where they do the past your bags.
Yeah.
Skimmer. Oh.
Skimmed.
You know?
Yeah.
okay.
No, I
Potentially.
thought skimming is
Skimming
when.
they read the magnet off the
Yeah.
right.
like that when it gets run through. But you're talking
But they
about
take a little.
you're talking about like near field communication hacking.
Yeah.
Shooty Nudie said, had mine stolen this year, they bought a hotel room and flights to Belgium.
Nice.
Did they make it?
I hope
Did they
so.
get caught at
Is
the
Belgium
airport?
an extraditional country? Nick? Can you be extradited from Belgium to Australia? Can you look it up? Thanks. It's nice having people in the studio.
Are we just gonna, if we come up with a question, we'll just either throw it at Peyton, Nick, or Will?
Well, it's certainly more interesting content than getting them to focus the cameras. Peter, how's your week been?
Fine.
You're going to New Zealand.
I know.
Yeah.
A little
And
cheeky
usually that would be exciting, but it's
jaunt.
not exciting.
No, it's not exciting.
It's a
not
work.
exciting.
It's for work. You're
Kinda-
going to go to
kinda-
Auckland
kinda
and you're going to go to
annoying.
a hotel and then you're going to go to
And I got to go to a TikTok, and then I got to go home.
and then you got to go home.
Got to go back to the hotel, and then back to the airport in the morning. and then-
Yeah.
Think of all the
I've
joy of running around a hotel on work company card expenses.
Also, it's probably cheaper to fly to Belgium than Auckland at
That's-
the moment.
That's true.
Yeah.
Crazy.
To be fair, though, TikTok did say keep the per diems to a reasonable level.
Ooh,
but
no.
reasonable for TikTok. They're making a fortune.
Yeah, that's like bar fridge it up a little bit. I'd be
Bar
Yeah.
fridge it up.
I'd be
Yeah.
insulted
Well, that's-
if you didn't.
I mean, maybe. But like,
There it is, folks. You heard it here.
I'm going to be by
Maybe.
myself in Auckland with like 3 free hours.
You can go to the Sky
outside of
Tower.
sleeping.
You love heights.
I love the Sky Tower.
Yeah, you could
I've
jump
been
off
to the
it.
Sky Tower. We've been
You know
to
the
the
part
Sky
where
Tower.
the glass
that's
is on the
bullshit.
floor?
Do we have anyone
Why would,
watching
why
who's
would you make a
from...
floor out of glass?
Yeah, so dumb.
Peter hates heights.
You're the son of a pilot,
Yeah, the son
and you
of
don't have a
pilot.
problem flying.
Not at all.
Flying is different than heights.
Yeah, he doesn't like
Yeah.
standing near
Flying
the edge
is the
of-
ultimate height.
He doesn't like standing near the edge of something or like that vertigo-y feeling you get or
Yeah, see, I love that
Looking at
feeling, and I
it.
hate
Me
flying.
same. I like that thing where my brain says jump and I'm like, no, don't. And then it goes, but you could. And I go, but I would die. And it goes, yeah, I know.
Yeah, no,
Now what's your credit card?
yeah, yeah.
It's your heights demon that stole the credit card.
How are you, Nick?
I'm fine. We've got a massive show. Should we kick on?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
Christmas
because we
special.
got tons.
Can we give away a present?
Oh fuck yeah!
That's the
Let's
thing.
do that. That's a
Christmas
great
set.
idea. I forgot that we've
If
got a
you're
bunch of
new to
presents.
the Back Pocket Christmas special, all of the PR stuff we get given throughout the year become presents that we gift to you.
I forgot something.
Oh, right.
Can we mute the microphones?
Ooh.
This should be set. I agree.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Let's give away a present. Steph, you wrapped some of these. Pete, you wrapped most of these.
Maybe it's half. I don't know how
50-50?
many you did today.
Yeah, I did
none
quite a
of
few. I would say I did a third.
Why don't
Okay.
you
And
start?
you like it.
I do. Okay.
Metal Monkey, back pocket, you muted.
So, once again, to clarify, some of these gifts are shit and some of them are good.
Yep.
And some of them are in between.
Yep.
Some
Which
of them
ones should
are
we
games
unwrap?
for consoles that you may not have.
Yeah.
Some of them are clothing items that may not fit you. So we can clarify that before we do the giveaway.
We thought this year we would open the present and then do the giveaway so that the people
Can see if
entering
they want it.
know that, oh, that's something I would use.
That seems smarter.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
improve
it's still
on
a
the
fun little surprise.
And
to
people
open
can
the
still
present.
Year
enter for
on
the hell
year.
of it if they want.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if it's an Xbox
But if
game and you only got a
absolutely-
PlayStation,
but
like,
if you
So
absolutely
that's-
don't want it, then
Someone
don't.
opens up.
Or enter, and then you can give it to someone who does have one. Well,
God
my
bless
lord.
you. Fuck. Open this one.
Merry Christmas.
I didn't wrap this one, so I don't know what it is.
Pete, is it good?
It says on the back. What if it's so bad that no one enters?
Everyone enters. That's why you're all here.
People want shit.
People want shit.
Look at Will.
You love shit.
He's
Now,
wearing a fucking elf outfit.
Look at that little face. Imagine that thing jumping across to the casino.
He bought that with his
Ben,
money
there's
that
gonna
we
be a-
paid him. We gave him money for great work that he did, and he
That's so
spent it
true.
on that.
Ben, there's going to be a lot of Nightbot rolls. Get ready.
I think this is a less fun way of doing it.
What's the difference?
Because everyone enters and then it's like, what do you get? And that's exciting.
All right.
Whereas now it's like,
I don't
here's
care.
a present.
I mean,
and
we had
then-
the conversation,
and then
but
we
We're
just
changing it up. Everyone,
Yeah.
Nightbot roll. If you want a present, get in there and say the phrase. Just gonna say the present.
say the
Yahtzee.
scam.
Scam. Good.
Scam.
Great.
That's a good one.
Scam is an excellent
Say
choice.
scam.
All right.
So we'll go to emote only for a minute, I reckon.
I love
It's probably
this.
not on yet.
We've got a system.
Everyone's saying scam.
We fixed it.
People are just saying
Let's
the word
change
scam.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Cool.
Did you get all your money back? Like they've done the bank thing?
Well, I was on
Is there a
hold.
Falcon or
I was
something?
on hold for 2 hours.
Jesus.
So you spent the
and
money
then eventually
on the
just hung
call.
up. So
Oh, really?
I've put a stop on my card.
Oh, I was like, that
Okay,
person's
yeah,
still
yeah.
out there just buying cookies at the food court?
Through the app, you can put a stop on it, but like,
$3,000 worth of cookies.
Have you been to the food court?
DJ's cookies?
food
My
court.
God.
They're good.
Jesus
They're good.
Christ.
Show me a
Congratulations.
cookie worth less than $30.
Oh no,
Two.
it just,
No,
it
we're
just
only just
started. It
started,
just
Stephanie.
started.
oh, okay. How many people are watching?
Calm your farm. How many
Terrible
people
system.
want that?
Well, we'll find out when I open it. Isn't that exciting, Peter? We don't even know.
Cut it.
Cut it. Kill it.
We're going to be doing these out for the whole episode. There'll be other chances
Oh,
to
there are
win.
enough
prezzies all
people.
night.
Did that just... Oh no. Is that a first time... Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the
Damn.
first time
I
chancing.
usually,
Captain
I usually,
Captain
There's
Buck.
some
God, that
raids,
went
some
quick.
raids. It's
I
big,
usually do
don't worry.
exclamation mark, but
Captain Barkshaw? Captain
I don't
Buck
think
something?
it really matters.
Yeah. It's
I saw it. It,
anyone-
it went.
Captain
Captain
Buck.
Buck.
Captain Buck.
Congratulations,
Spawn.
Captain Bucks. Spawn.
Spawn.
Captain...
You have won yourself a copy of
Oh, sick.
Rabbids Party of Legends on Switch. I'm sorry if you don't have a Switch.
There was a system, but we've just ignored it.
It's more fun this way. And
It is.
a little plushy rabbit.
Oh, that's cute.
That's actually really cute.
Congratulations.
Love that. Well done,
Wait,
Captain
how does this
Buckstall.
work? If you win,
We don't know anymore.
We're going to send it to you.
we'll send this to
Yeah.
you.
So you'll get a DM from Ben.
Yep.
Ben is going to get your address. Ben might be messaging as Argon or as Backpocket. I'm not sure. But you'll get a message and then you'll give the address preferred. It can be a PO box and we'll ship it out to you.
And if you don't want it, you can gift it to someone else.
Good.
Yeah, but we won't do that. It's still going to you. You
Yeah.
have to re-gift.
Yeah, you
Yes.
got to
Yeah,
regift
You
it.
gotta
We're
read
not
it. We're not
sending
sending it to whoever you want.
Yeah, we're paying the postage to you.
Argon says they'll message as Backpocket. So yeah, look
Yeah,
for
cool.
Backpocket in DMs. And well done. Congratulations. There are more prezzies to go.
Good.
And,
And
if you're
next
not
time-
in Australia, that's really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's okay.
it's really annoying and really expensive, as we found out yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Should we mention that?
We should mention
We
that.
should mention the fact that our bloody little fingers are all sore and tired from spending a whole day sending out our bloody little pins to you guys. The pins are gone.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood.
So bloody.
Yeah.
We shipped all the
Hundreds
pins
and hundreds.
Hundreds and hundreds of the
hundreds of
pins.
envelopes.
There's some down there?
for the
Oh,
anniversary
there are some
special.
anniversary pins on your thing. There's also the holder for your phone if you wanted that.
Oh yeah, true. This started with the 12-hour anniversary episode where anyone who jumped in that and
These are great.
at the right tier gets an anniversary pin. There's also the regular back pocket blue pockety pin, which is still an ongoing tier as part of our Patreon. And then there is the top stitched gold pocketies as well. They've all gone out to everyone who is eligible for them, so
love
you
the
should be getting
grey.
them in the next week or so. Hopefully, right in time for Christmas. I don't know why you want to.
They're getting them today. I sent them yesterday.
Yeah, wow.
Really? People
God.
have turned up. Oh yeah.
I talk shit about Australia Post all the time.
That's
That's
amazing.
amazing. Cool.
So yeah.
All right, let's crack on. We got so much fucking shit to do today.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, we need energy. to get through all this.
Of course.
We've made a huge mistake. We've had a big heavy meal and then a lot of pizza, and now
now
we're
wine.
drinking wine. What we actually needed was coffee. Do you know where I buy my coffee? At the local coffee store. But where do I buy the beans for my home coffee machine? Pixelbeanscoffee.com.au. That's where I go because, God damn it, it's better than the local coffee shop and the coffee that they make there. Use the code BACKPOCKET for 20% off the best beans in the country. And better than green beans. Better than jelly beans.
Oh, you're just going for general
Better
beans.
than bean bags.
Lima beans?
Lima beans,
definitely
it's a
better.
close second. Mr. Bean is... No, I can't talk shit about Mr. Bean. Will's in the
What
room.
about fava beans?
Fava
Fava
beans?
beans?
Yep.
Definitely better than
Yep.
fava beans.
But
What about
not better than human flesh.
For the longest time, I thought they were father beans.
Fava bean. So glad you could.
So
make
you
it.
thought he was eating someone with fava beans and a nice Chianti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I watched Silence of the Lambs at the age of 12.
Good.
Yeah.
Pixel Beans Coffee is the best coffee in the country. They are the best coffee sponsor we've ever had.
They would also make a great Chrissy present as well. If you need a few stocking stuffers or
That's a great
yeah,
idea for
a
your
present for
stuff.
That's
a
good.
few people
Your
who are like,
stocking would smell
and
so
it would
good.
smell
I know,
great.
just pour them loose into the sock.
Yeah. Perfect.
I like that. It's like when you drop your phone in
horrible.
water and
So
you need to
full
bury
of
it in rice. It's just like that for Christmas presents.
It's also a good way to cleanse your
Palate, oh, your,
nasal.
well, it's your
palate.
It's your mouth.
Between
You're still cleansing
smells.
your mouth. It's just going through the nose, I believe, isn't it? You still do it, but you're cleansing your mouth palate by smelling the beans.
Well, like if you go to a perfume store, they always have a glass of like coffee beans there because when you're smelling so much perfume, it all just
Okay,
becomes
right.
one
Neutralize
smell.
the odors.
So it's
Yeah,
like coffee
somewhere.
beans are the easiest way to neutralize.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pixel Beans. They neutralize
neutralize
the
you.
odors.
I'm helping.
Use a code BACKPOCKET for 20% off your next order of coffee bean from Pixel Beans Coffee. All right. We're going to talk about some video games, but before we talk about video games,
Yeah,
we
we're
need
not
to
gonna
talk
about
about
video games.
No.
Why would we talk about video games?
we need to talk about the elephant in the room. And that, of course, is Peyton. Come on down.
Oh my god! Hey! Worst intro ever.
Was that intentional?
As I was saying it, I was
cruel.
like, this will be good. Yep. Come on
Yeah.
down.
Wait, what?
All right. So,
Run away!
Peyton, not understanding the magic of television. Peyton, come on
Oh,
down.
she went back for her wine.
That's fair.
To be
That's
fair,
fair.
makes
You gotta
sense.
get
which
the
is
wine.
very
That
on
makes
brand
sense.
for
We're
We're
Peyton.
gonna share a mic.
So I feel like for that introduction, I will punch Nick anywhere on his body that you request,
Peyton,
except for the penis.
thank you.
Can I ask
penis.
that
Although I could
instead-
poke it with a different object.
Instead of a punch, can I get a nipple twist?
Yes.
Oh, purple nerve. Oh, fuck. Oh, I loved it.
Thank you.
God, she fucking went in there as well, and she hit it straight away.
White.
Wider than me. Look how pasty you are.
Yeah.
I feel
You-
great. I feel great.
Last week or the week before was just like, I've got Scottish heritage, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting here fucking glowing white.
Yeah, but look, listen, I
Disgusting.
grew up in an era of tanning, so you will look eternally ageless.
That's true.
While,
That's so true.
while
I'm gonna
I'm,
be
I'm
like-
a little raisin woman
So if
hunched
I'm
over my
forcing
little-
it-
He's a woman.
I'm gonna be like a nice Chesterfield leather brown when I get to the age.
You're going to be
of-
a nice father bean.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, we have Nick and Peyton here because as we came to the end of the year, we wanted to bring in the other extended family co-hosts of the show because, of course, there have been two...
Well,
It totally wasn't because I messaged you privately saying, when can I see the studio?
It actually wasn't.
no, we had planned to.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, this was always a plan.
I feel wanted.
Because you were the co-host when Pete and I and yourself did the Rings of Power rewatch, which was super enjoyable.
Tagged him when I flaked out.
When you flaked out at the
who's-
beginning. You
who's-
didn't even flake in.
That's
Who's
true.
better?
That's
Who's
true.
better?
Who's better at what?
You are.
Just in general.
Oh, right.
Oh, you watch the show. You know what they'll say.
You know these people. And that was
competition.
Best law mummy.
Yeah.
Peyton's a bit quiet. Just talk louder.
Sorry.
The mic
Best law mummy.
Bring it down a bit loud.
Best law mummy.
all right. But we said on the show, on the final episode, we were like, we got you something, but we had just bought it and it wasn't here yet. But It's here now.
And I wrapped it.
Yeah. Do you remember what it is? Is it that one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Merry Christmas.
Thank you so
We have
much.
combined your thank you gift from a couple of months ago and your Christmas gift. So it's kind of like having a birthday at the end of December.
Yeah,
You
being
just,
born
it's all
the
the
same
it's all
day
the one.
Jesus
Yeah.
died. It's Christmas when he died?
He was born then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He
he
died
died,
on
he died
Easter.
in Easter, so he didn't have a long run.
Terrible timing as
Yeah.
well because
That's-
he
that's
died as a
true.
4-month-old.
That's true. Yeah.
Do I need to show you?
Yeah, hold it up.
Oh, not
There it
lightly
is.
to the leaves of Lothlorien fall.
Ah!
There
it is.
So open that bad
Upstaged
boy
by
up.
jewelry.
It's a elven leaf brooch from Weta themselves.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The amount of shock that I had when you said that's where it was from.
Ooh.
Oh, it's very
Oh
professional.
my gosh.
That's lovely.
Do Pretty
Wait,
Woman.
over
Do
here
Pretty Woman. Gus, do Pretty
Can
Woman.
Can I touch it?
Gus, do Pretty Woman. Has
Wait,
she
am I-
seen Pretty
which one are we
Woman?
doing? Have you
No,
seen it?
you're,
Yeah.
Gus,
Oh. You just-
Gus, you're Julia Roberts.
Oh, that's
Gus.
lovely. Now pay me.
Here you go. Here's your
Oh god! I'll tell you what, it was really good that they cut that line. It just really ruined the mood.
You know she was supposed to die in the end?
What?
Yeah. The first
Hold on.
script of Pretty Woman was
Does Jason Alexander kill her?
super fucking dark.
Funny.
And like, because I think it was one of those situations where somebody else read for that part and was like, this movie is fucked. And then it was like,
course.
somebody else got the role. And then when they saw the movie, they were like, that's not the movie that I said no to. And they were
Yeah,
like, God damn it.
God damn it! Amazing. How is it?
It's a brooch as well.
That's
Yeah.
actually really cool.
Yes, you can put it on your cloak.
Yes. Now I just need to get one.
We were going to get you one for Christmas, but we thought that we've already got you your Christmas present. Yeah.
Anything can be a cloak.
So basically,
Any sheet.
next season, I have to wear this every single time.
Yes.
So here's my question: since it's made by Weta, do you think they put more effort into making these ones or the movie ones?
Or does this mean because it's from Weta, it did come from some mold that is accurate to the mold they made theirs?
Like I'm wondering if the movie ones were not as good as that because they were like
made to look weathered and
they were
More disposable.
disposable.
I mean, I'm wondering if perhaps they pretended that this is the same mold and then added an extra price tag to it.
I reckon that's probably
Yeah.
exactly what
I
they
love
did.
the idea of Galadriel being like, "Here we are. This is disposable."
Yeah.
If you want
There's a
Three hairs.
there's a receipt,
There's a
gift receipt in the
box.
bag.
More lumber spread.
No,
How
my
big is
head's
your
Don't you wanna
too
do
big.
it?
It's quite... Yes, I know.
No, I don't.
Should we all take a moment because we were talking about this off camera, but they replaced Adar,
Yeah.
the actor. I
Yeah.
feel bad because that guy
Yeah.
dies in
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, and then
Hang on, who was he?
Benjamin Stark.
Benjamin Stark.
Yeah.
He was the elf.
He
Orc.
he was the elf orc, the one that had been like tainted or converted.
King of the Orcs.
Yeah.
The big bad guy. The big
With the
bad
like
guy.
with the
Season
like
one.
side.
So
swept
he's
hair.
Oh,
being
they've
replaced
recast
Yeah.
him.
for season
Yeah,
2.
because he basically did a post saying that
He got cancelled from it.
So he essentially he didn't get cancelled, but he had this idea in his brain that he was he likes to explore new things, so he doesn't like to commit to something.
The actor or the
I
character?
feel like it's a
Actor, okay.
line that people
That's
give.
definitely a line.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where people are just like, you know what? I only signed on for one season of something, and that's all I ever want to do because I don't want to be like typecast as an actor. And it's like a show like that. No, I'm sorry,
No.
you don't sign on for one season and be like, bye.
Yeah.
And when you're like a main
Unless you
character,
hate money.
yeah, there's something weird that happened there.
So are they going to write him out, or is he going to be played by a new
no, I think it's just
actor?
they're just going to replace the actor.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
replaced.
But
the
will
actor.
they write that new actor out a bit quicker than they planned?
Oh, no, they kind of built
He
him up to
seemed
be
kind of
pretty important.
pivotal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they'll just pretend that he doesn't exist. Look,
Maybe
the
with
mic's
enough
right in
makeup,
the
we won't
way.
notice.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
Can we talk about Henry Cavill? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So I didn't know this, so you'll need to tell the people.
So Henry Cavill made a post today talking about the fact that he will not be playing Superman. And, you know, we all know that he left The Witcher. And a lot of people were speculating. I was like, oh, he doesn't, you know, like the way the direction of the show was going. So he like exited for that reason. But it's like, no, 100%.
DC backed up the money truck.
Yeah, you know, he appears at the end of a movie.
And then he was allowed to announce, or he got ahead a couple of weeks early and announced, I'm going to be Superman again, I believe, on social media.
Yeah.
and was
But
like-
and now he's just come out and been like, oh, they're going in a different direction, and
that's since-
there's different there's like a changing of the guard at DC, and they're going in a different direction.
The other guy are now the heads of the kind of like the direction of where the DC universe is going. So they've come in and been like, we probably don't want Cavill now.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Cavill's
Which is
great.
huge.
Just
Yeah,
change
he-
his Superman sucked. Like the character of Superman, the tone of Superman. Those movies sucked. Just make him a better Superman. But
And
keep
now we're
him.
left
He's
with a
great.
Hemsworth Witcher.
I know a lot of people were really like, oh, he left The Witcher because he didn't feel like they were following the source material clearly enough. To me, that felt like maybe a throwaway line he gave in an interview that people kind of built up really big, and he kind of like let that play out as a narrative. I don't think he left that show. I don't think the direction they were going with the show was so, because the show was literally built off the books as opposed to the video games. Like they were, and the writer, like Lauren Histrick, is super like nerdy about all of that stuff. It just didn't seem like it fit. It was like, oh, of course, he's going to pay Superman. He's getting heaps of money. I get it. Like, sure. But now I'm wondering if we're going to get an announcement in a couple of weeks where they're going to be like, hey, we're welcoming back Henry Cavill to the Witcher universe. We want to say a huge thank you to Liam Hemsworth, and we're so sorry we're not going to be working with him. Because if I was the Witcher
And we've cast
showrunners,
Liam Hemsworth as the president in that House of Cards. We're bringing it back.
Liam Hemsworth is Ada.
Good.
Just a loop.
Good.
Loop.
I love it.
It's a
I love
loop.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty clear that as soon as he said he was leaving The Witcher and then said, hey, I'm going to be Superman again, it's like, of course, that's why you would leave. Like,
Yeah.
you've only got time for one major thing.
For sure. And I don't imagine he's getting paid heaps to do The Witcher.
Yeah. I just can't
Not that
imagine
DC money.
the amount of, like, the level of the reaction that they got from him coming back to Superman. Spoiler alert. Do I need it?
I already spoiled it, really.
Black Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And having
No,
that
no
at the
one watched
end.
that.
No one watched it.
I love
except
that
for-
that's now just like
That's a
void.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't exist.
But like you've had this return, and then it's supposed to be this big sort of like the post-credit scene of like, oh my god,
People
he's
went
back.
nuts in the
Yeah.
screening that I was
And
in.
then like the official announcement was made and was like, oh my god, he's coming back. And then they were like, just kidding, we've decided the like new directors and producers have decided to go a completely different direction. And it's like, why would you do that? Why would you put so much effort into pushing for this to just ditch it?
Well, yeah, I think between Black Adam and this kind of DC reset after Black Adam had finished filming, right? That was like James Gunn was given
yeah,
the
he only
reins
came,
after
like,
DC. So
a month ago.
last,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that has been in conversation. I'm sure
Yeah.
if anyone had any foresight or any pre-planning going on in DC before Gunn arrived, they would have gone like, maybe we should cut that end credits thing with Cavill in it.
For sure.
But
Wasn't
It's not.
DJ Dwayne Johnson also kind of like egging on the idea of like I want to verse Superman,
Well,
and like he was pushing social media,
There's a whole
which is
there's a whole thing
I
about
agree.
like hang on,
Oh my god.
his like agent or
Who's?
The Rock's.
The Rock's agent used to date Henry.
Oh, this
Something-
is
there's-
some fucking gossip.
There's
Lay it
there's
on
something
me.
like that. There's some way someone dated out of the two of them. One of them dated one, and then that person was the agent of the other one, and that's how it all got
Wait,
connected.
the agents dated?
No, so
An agent dated
an
one of the
agent
actors.
dated either The Rock or Henry.
The Rock's
Cavill.
been married for ages, so it would have been Henry Cavill.
Yeah, and so that's how it all got connected because he messaged her and was like, "I want Henry back." Like
The,
The
Rock
was
dated
like,
Cavill, says Reese. Got it.
ah,
The Rock. And message saying I want Henry back.
I want him back. Yeah, and that's
He's
how
my
it all.
Rock.
That's how it all got connected was because like they knew that's how they knew each other, and because
Wild.
they had all.
Wait, now she's dating The Rock? I thought The Rock was married.
He is. Well, no, he's not married. Oh, they just got married, but they were like dating for a while.
He's got kids and shit.
But yeah, he's got kids. Yeah, they weren't married when they had kids.
Yeah.
That's
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but he's been like he's been in a
Wow.
relationship
yeah,
for
but
a while.
yeah, so that's how it all
so
got connected. Was because
convoluted.
that and he pushed for Cavill to be in the final scene and then wanted Cavill back because of the direction that he thought DC would go. And now they're like obviously seem to be going down a very dark and
Old mate Dave says he made it up.
Peyton will be now hosting our new segment, Rockos.
I love
like it.
that.
I did
I
see
love that.
no, hang on.
Ooh.
Hang on. Can we choose Cavill over Rock? Because
Yeah, I would say every day.
Very cavalier of you.
He's so
Cavalier
fucking the same in everything.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
fair.
he is empty as a person. He's just like
He's not empty as a person.
I'm not saying he's a bad person.
He's not a great actor. He's like he is a personality.
He's actually probably a good actor who's found his like the fact that he is more sellable as an identifiable actor.
he used
Sorry,
to be
a
an
person
interesting
in
shit.
the roles. He doesn't
But
actually.
he seems like a pretty like awesome person.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he's so aggressively. He's such a.
I don't trust him.
He's such a product of capitalism. Everything about him is just like I am only here to maximize engagement.
That
you know what it
he
is?
is like
That's
the
Tom
game, man,
Cruise
not the player.
and fucking who's the gorgeous boy?
came
Harry
through-
Styles.
he
Like
came
just
through-
empty. Yeah. Oh.
He came through wrestling. That's what all that stuff's about. And that's like
Nick,
that's
come
the
on.
that's the world that we live
That-
in. I feel like the conversation among my girlfriends right now is all of like the Meghan and Harry stuff.
Oh my
and
god.
and my like
We don't have time for that.
I have no feelings of them either way, but I'm just like aren't
biggest-
the royals just media celebrities anyway? And now they're
The
just
biggest
like
shock of my life was my grandparents, who are extremely right wing, being sitting there and me being like, oh, so the Meghan and Harry situation, and them losing it at the royal family. I was like, are we a part of this? Are we on the same side of this drama?
what a twist.
They're like, Meghan and Harry been so mistreated and blah blah blah. Yeah, and they're like the patriarchy
Interesting.
and like the all the queen and stuff. They're just all
The
bitches,
Rock.
and I'm just sitting here like, you're.
Grandparents killed
the Queen and
think
stuff.
so.
They're all bitches. The
I
Netflix
wouldn't-
8th season.
They're all bitches.
Dum-dum.
I love it.
You just see a Netflix review saying D&D. They're all bitches. That's all you see.
Love
Good.
it. Love it.
Well, I think we've covered everything.
And like literally everything.
Literally everything. Peyton, thank you very much for coming. Enjoy the brooch. Let us know
Enjoy the wine.
who Henry Cavill
Yeah.
is dating next.
And,
Yes,
and,
we will.
and thank you for helping me put in my contacts because it was really hard.
That's okay. I come here for the help and the tips. That's what I'm here for.
Cool.
Support.
Alrighty, thank you.
That was Peyton, everyone.
Yay! The Rock fucking sucks. It's just
It's the gym.
like,
It was that gym shout out that he
I
did
feel like
during
that was when you all
Game
turned on
Awards
him.
something. Remember he did that one that was like he did a quick shout out for the Game Awards or
Yeah.
something in a
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah.
And
He's
it
like,
was just like
eat my brand of chips.
drink
or whatever it
drink
was.
my energy drink and
Yeah.
something. It was the most sellout
worst.
he's been, and he makes selling out charming, but that was the one that grated.
he
and
just
everyone
exists to
went, "Done
sell.
like
That's
this."
it. That's all he's
He
there
does
for,
now.
and to
He
make
does.
them. Yeah. Anyway,
The gym one was weird, says Red Herring.
But you know what we shouldn't talk about? We shouldn't talk about The Rock. We should talk about something we like to talk about, and that is. Saying what y'all been playing, presented by BuriBuri. BuriBuri's last shout out for 2022. Let's make it a good one.
All right.
Pete, what have you been playing this week? Nah, I'm kidding. BuriBuri, I love you. Thank you very much for making all of our lives more legally safe. I think back at the beginning, I described her like the first show. She was like legal Batman.
I saw
Yeah.
Oh, so she's a vigilante.
Yeah, she's the contract crusader.
Without
love that.
her, I wouldn't.
Nice.
I saw Dion uploaded the F off Richardson design onto the Discord in the creative. So if
Good
you
on him.
want to get your own F off Richardson T-shirt, you can just upload that and chuck it on the store. And we wouldn't have that without BuriBuri.
We wouldn't.
Because we wouldn't have BuriBuri who got Raj to shout that out. One of the finest moments I think we can all
Wouldn't it be
admit.
great if, like,
didn't
next
have
PAX,
BuriBuri?
everyone is in F off Richardson t-shirts?
That would be great. Everyone. I love it. My ego is like the T-shirt says "F off," but it still has my name and face on it.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
that's
no, that's a win. Okay, I'm actually going to start with the games that we've been playing this
Ooh,
week
F off.
because I've played a couple of things. The first thing I played is the Forspoken demo.
Sorry.
Yeah. I believe the reason I played this was Pete put a message in the company Slack that was, so who wants to play the Forspoken demo so I don't have to? And I was like, I'll take that bullet.
Got announced
Forspoken-
at the Game Awards.
Yep, and dropped at the same time. Yeah. So Forspoken, a game which has had a rocky announcement and unveiling, I think.
This is Square Enix, isn't it?
It is. And lots of talk about the tone, really tonal stuff with the game. Like, there wasn't necessarily anything in the gameplay trailers and stuff, or the trailers regarding gameplay that people went, oh, I don't know about this. It was just the weird marketing
that-
and everything behind it.
That and there was nothing in the premise that shouted, "This is a new original story that's going to capture your interest." It's like person finds themselves transported to mystical world
Yeah.
and is having a running inner monologue that is just not very befitting of the style of the game you're in, which could work to be interesting and juxtaposed to the style of game, but apparently people are saying not really.
Yeah. So I kind of didn't enjoy my time with this, and there's a few reasons why. The demo drops you in like significantly into the game. You have quite a few powers. You're in the world already.
Sure, yeah.
So it's not sort of like the opening. You start in this exactly where we're seeing right now. I guess I'll start with the world. The world is a bit weird. It's very sparse. It has that feeling of an open world where things are just sort of like scattered around and they're just
Waiting
sitting in
for
different parts. You're waiting for you. It's not a lip. That's a great way to put it. Everything
Yeah.
is waiting for you to turn up to kill it, as opposed to like, oh, it makes sense that this is the way it is. The combat, the way that you explore this world, you have a dash that you saw there. There's also this parkour run where you can basically run up cliffs and that sort of thing. It's a magic-based thing. I didn't find it particularly fun because it's quite slow. There's like this weird sort of like you start running up and then it's like I don't quite know what she's doing lore-wise, but it's almost like she's like charging up to do a little leap or something. But it felt a little like you run up a thing and then you wait for a second and then you run to the next part and then you wait for a second. So it didn't have that fun parkour feeling of momentum. Like momentum kept
Fluidity
feeling
of,
like it was
like,
being
sure.
broken as opposed to necessarily being built.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important when you are doing that sort of like, oh, it's fun to traverse across this world.
Is that like accessibility isn't the right word, but is that like to make it easier to have like to slow down the time to give you?
No, it's pure yeah, because it didn't feel like it was giving me an opportunity to do something. It purely
Okay.
felt like an animation thing of just being like, oh, the animation kind of sucks on this. Like you
Yeah,
made the wrong
okay.
choice from my perspective of,
Right, yeah,
of how
okay.
this works. The combat is interesting. Basically you have she has powers. And then so she's got Frey, she has her magic, and then there's also Scylla, who is like, I think that maybe the bracelet gave her these powers as like the former wielder of the bracelet or something, some lore thing. But basically, you got two sets of spells. So you've got your damage spells, and then you've got these things called support spells. The damage spells are on R2, so you hit R2. If you tap R2, it gives you like burst. Like if one spell might have shooting out fireballs, and then if you hold R2, you'll build up a fireball charge. If you hold R1, then a radial menu comes up and you can select a new spell. Same with L2 and L1, except they're support spells, so they're more like crowd control and
Sure,
buffs
yeah.
and debuffs and that sort of thing. But it felt like a lot, and it felt like my fingers were constantly doing... I had to really actively think about what I was doing all the time. Now, some of this
okay.
could be because I've been dumped into the middle of something.
Yeah, for sure.
But, and it's not that it's necessarily bad. It's not really something that I've seen before of like having these multiple groups of spells that I'm pulling from, and each spell has a heavy and a light attack, basically. So I didn't find that I particularly found myself getting in a rhythm with it. But again, this could be because I'm jumping in and not having built some of this up. The animations were pretty. And some of that was really cool looking.
All of the like physics and movement stuff is what's impressed me about this, is seeing all of the like drapery of the fabrics and the way that
physics.
and just the way that she
It just can't seem to shake the idea of looking like some kind of launch tech demo. Like it just really.
I think it's because the world seems uninspired, but but the things that she does are very flashy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like that sort of mix.
it almost feels a bit MMO-y in the environment. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm like there's
that's
not
that's that emptiness. I think
Yeah.
that's sort of.
The elusive man says the combat controls just feel wrong and I can't explain why. And I feel the same way. I can't really put my finger on what it is. It just felt like I was always kind of like fiddling around with it and not really getting in a flow. And I think, and all the spells are on like cooldowns as well. So you have to always be swapping between different things all the time. So yeah, I guess I have to wait for the full game to see how that goes.
Yeah. Because I would say it's interesting looking at the variety of stuff, and particularly like
Yeah.
there was a sequence where it was like speared with fire, cast a ground AoE, spawned a turret, and it's like, oh, that's all cool, and it all looked thematically cool.
Is there much like is there much finessing to the charging and the cooldowns and all that kind of stuff, or is it pretty easy to kind of like Because I love having lots of abilities as long as it's like
Is there a management element to it?
yeah. If
management
there's a
is
lot of different like cooldowns and energy things that I need to manage, then that's when I start to I'm hitting random buttons and I'm like, oh fuck, that's not charged yet, and then I get really frustrated.
Yeah, so there is a bit of that, but it's all tied to the bumpers. So it's kind of like, I think a lot of the time I'm used to those abilities being tied to buttons, and so therefore it's like, oh, I just need to hit this when it's ready. Whereas this is, I need to constantly be transferring, like hitting one thing, moving the thumbstick up to select a new ability, and then get that ability and then activate it. So it always felt like, I think what it is there's always felt like there was one too many steps involved to getting to a spell. That's probably, now that I'm thinking about it, like where I fell over.
And from what I'm seeing, there's definitely like a Squeenix kind of element of getting a grade for these combat scenarios, which is such a, like, it's giving you a lot of combat abilities to tie together and make.
Still don't understand how S is better than A.
I just don't get it.
It doesn't make
Spectacular?
sense.
No?
You mean S tier?
Supreme?
Yeah.
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 This had star tier by the looks of it, but the idea that it's like, it's not so much a challenge of will you survive this fight, it's how flashy and well can you coordinate it to use all your abilities and cooldowns and make it look and feel as cool as possible, which is a different style of fighting game than I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I do like how flippy and acrobatic she is. It's my favorite
very
kind of
flippy.
combat is when somebody's kind of like flipping and flying around the
I
place.
did like how much she can close the gap during a
Yeah.
fight, which was like,
that
there's
makes
lots
you
of things
that makes you feel fucking cool.
because you got some range spells and stuff, and then you can really quickly close the gap and get
Yeah.
in there. Like this stuff is cool. Like I enjoyed this specific boss fight. I actually enjoyed like mini boss fight. But the thing that is going to kill this game for me is we're going to talk about another very chatty game soon. These characters never shut the fuck up. It is
okay.
some of the worst combat barks and just general ambient dialogue ever. It is so poorly directed. The performance is terrible because of the direction that she has been given. She talks to her bracelet all the time. It is, I am not kidding when I say she will say something. There will be a 1 second pause and then the bracelet will answer. And so the conversation is like she'll say something and I'll be like, there's no answer that, oh, okay, now you're talking. And it sounds horrific. It is so disjointed. They do not shut
Are you
up.
saying a pause is too long?
It's like she's like, we got them. We certainly did. And it's just like, brutal.
yeah, okay.
And everything they say is so badly written. It's so corny. It is horrific to listen
That
to.
was
I
all
hated it so much.
The criticisms in the trailers of like, it's a freaking dragon and stuff, but like, again, just dialogue that didn't sound
Yeah,
like
it's
what was the
just-
goal of these.
It's
these
so it
lines.
it was grating and it was repetitive and it was offensive in a way where it's like, you think that I could possibly stand to listen to this for
Wow.
more than 30 seconds. It is that bad to me. It is that bad.
That's so dramatic.
You do this to me? Yeah, I think I've lost ears. It's so fucking bad.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely going to play it because it feels like something that I will enjoy regardless. But like, I wonder if the demo is at that point where it's like they can adjust on player feedback, or if it's like this is.
I don't think they will.
Also, like, they shouldn't have a demo out. They should have a closed beta, not a public like Game Awards announced demo that anyone can get into if they're looking for like, oh, how do you think about it? How do you feel about our button pressing or incessant dialogue?
Are there puzzles?
No.
There was a
not
little
that
crappy one there before.
Yeah,
It was
like
a slide
nothing,
puzzle.
nothing massive. Nothing that I ran across that was particularly interesting. There's some like navigation style stuff and that sort of
Parkour.
thing, but
She definitely flips more than she needs to.
she does.
In
I
all,
would,
the, in
if I
all the
could.
trailers, like, you know, we've only seen trailers on YouTube, and now we're looking at like some compressed footage that got uploaded to YouTube. Do the effects look any good? Because they look really shit to me. Like the way that they're built seems to be like, I've never seen anything like it, and I think that's
got
interesting.
knack vibes, not just the particles, but it's like these look cool as
Yeah.
a tech.
There's like a blur. There's like a blur that in all the compression of Artifact makes it look like just a mess. But it might look good on the system. But
No, so there's 3 modes that you can run the game at, like performance, ray tracing, and 4K.
Yeah, okay.
In 4K and ray tracing, the game looks fine, but plays at like sub 30 or sub 30, and I just couldn't do that for this kind of game. So I put it on performance. The thing about the graphics, they're all very shiny. What it feels like is they're very much layered on top of the game.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like everything, like, this is so stupid to say. It feels really performative, as in, like, we've got a sword slash. Now let's put a bunch of particle light energy explosion in front of the sword slash and not coming out of the thing that it's been impacted.
I know what
Which
you
is
mean,
interesting
yeah.
because it's what Need for Speed did, but in a way that was really stylized and cartoony, which... And the...
Then you accept it more than
Yeah.
if it feels like it's like...
Because it looks like it's meant to belong and doesn't quite, whereas the Need for Speed thing was like, let's have 2 looks that really fight against each
really
other. And
contrast,
suddenly
for
they,
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
interesting.
work. Yeah.
So yeah, I like, you know, I'll check out the main game when it comes out because I think it's going to be pretty memey. But like, I was super.
It just seems so
uninspired by
uninspired
what-
and how
yeah.
derivative all the kind of like world is of just like this. Again, I don't know the story. You probably don't either, being the demo jumping in this late, but it's like big mythical world with floating columns. It has like Sonic Frontiers vibes.
Yeah,
it
it
does,
kind of
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be
strange.
interesting to see what the final release looks like.
What
but
has this
then
developer
excited.
done before? Do we know?
I think Minnow in chat was talking about. I think that it was part of the Final Fantasy 15 team who produced this.
Yeah,
I
okay.
believe, but we can double check. But there is one other thing that I played this week. That I did not expect to play. Because I've spent quite a lot of time talking about how I don't enjoy this game in a little segment that I'm going to call, Pete.
What? No way.
I think that's an export that you just had sitting around in the
I think I
machine
did.
somewhere.
I think I did. What?
I have played about 19 hours of Death Stranding in the last week.
What a twist!
So it's one man and a baby.
Yep. So I've united about
prophecy.
half. I've united about half of America.
man.
Sam Porter Bridges.
I played heaps of Death Stranding. Why is it not 3 men and a little lady?
Because you hate it.
Not a baby.
Also,
I don't hate it.
Oh, you don't?
No,
also,
no, I hate it.
concept for the show before we even started our first
That's
episode.
okay.
Like, that was-
So I am really into Death Stranding. Yeah, I've been playing a ton.
man.
After the Game Awards announcement of
Yeah.
the second one, I was just like,
oh baby.
maybe I'll give it another shot. And it's my catchphrase. It's a great Steam Deck game. Like,
It's just
sitting on the couch.
It is equal parts ridiculous and captivating.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
find, because I think, like, even though I hate that the whole game is that you are carrying things across a country
Mm.
and that you're just a courier, like
Yeah.
that's literally the game. Like I was like, no, but that's not. But it
There's
is.
footage.
Yeah, we
The
did.
mechanics of that are great
Yeah,
and unlike anything I've experienced before.
yeah.
And those little like player moments that you have when you put a bridge and somebody else likes it, or you find a rope that somebody else has left and you're just like, thank you so fucking much. I needed this right now.
Mm.
And you can have that little moment of like inter-player communication is like, especially in a world that feels really harsh,
Mm,
incredible.
yeah.
And there's like there's core things about that game that I've never experienced in any other game quite in the same way.
Mm.
And then it's just like, I don't know what the fuck the story is about. And I also think that the fact that he's a courier is dumb, which is pretty fundamental to
Dude,
like the enjoyment of the overall
That's
game.
a lot of the game.
It's just like hard to marry those two things, you
Yeah.
know?
But
So
you're-
I'm conflicted about it, but I also I played heaps of it.
yeah, right. I do actually remember you playing a lot.
Yeah.
I remember too. Whoa.
Sam Porter Bridges.
And yeah, I mean, I'm not doing the whole you didn't fit, but like you put it down, you got to a point where it just that became.
I got
so-
halfway across America, and then I got to the point where I was like, "Oh, the rest of the game is going to be me getting across the second half of America," and then I
But
gave
the
up.
second half.
I'm halfway
But the
across America,
second
and I
one.
cannot wait to.
You're where?
finish it.
Sorry.
Halfway across, and I'm cannot.
Yeah,
wait to
so,
finish.
like-
I'm like towards the end of the
'Cause from
Fragile
memory-
Express chapter.
Oh, I don't remember that. From memory, it's like green and grassy, Marsy and red rocky,
That's-
snowy.
Yeah, Marzi
rainy
and Red
and
Rocky
black.
is the end. Yeah,
I think I also found like I found the moments where you get dragged into the Strand realm,
Yeah, yeah.
like
yeah.
terrifying at first, and then just annoying.
I have turned the game down to very easy difficulty because I have
Oh.
zero interest in any of the combat and being dragged.
Well,
into
I'd
it.
even said-
like it's so not the game for that.
At one point, it swallowed my motorbike, and I was like, no.
Yeah. No, so
And then I was back to walking
the
on my
stealth-
legs.
Yeah, I liked being dragged into the Strand stuff and those little moments with the story where you're going through flashbacks and time jumps.
Yeah.
I do agree that mechanic of slowdown and stealth, something you can't see around you, the ghosts and all the.
Because at first that little thing when it would find stuff, you'd be like,
It's
it was
cool.
like
It's a great little
legit
experience, but
terrifying.
They do that.
But it got old quick.
But I'm really into the meditative experience of the long walks and the management and
There's
that sort of
something-
thing.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is, and I love the stuff where it like pulls out and like a low raw song starts playing, and
fucking
and
wonderful.
like I'm totally there for the story, which I always was. Like it's fucking ridiculous, but like that's why I love it. Yeah, you know, I just bounced off it. I remember bouncing off it and just going, oh, I'm kind of just not being pulled in, but I want to be, but I'm not. And then I saw that second trailer and I was like, God, I really should give it a shot. And Gus fucking loves this game so much, and let me do it for him. And so I picked it
I
up.
mean, I
and I was
don't
like,
love it as I think I've picked up
You've loved
momentum.
it in
based-
reaction
Yeah, but-
to us not loving it.
But Miles also is in the
Miles
same
loves
boat.
it.
Miles
Yeah,
fucking
Miles
loves it.
loves it.
Shark
So-
nails it. I need to play it on very easy. I enjoy delivering boxes, but not fighting mud.
The difficulty in managing the stock, the movement, the crewing, I find that doesn't get old. That because
No.
they add things to it, they add systems, they add technology and all that kind of stuff that you then have to adapt and go, I can take a lot more. That's an interesting challenge. The stealth and the enemy, the combat never gets any better. I will say, like, to your point about the setting out thing, video games train us to like they power us up and give us like an objective that's like you're on this journey, you have these powers, you have these allies, you have this motivation to go there that feels like you're on the hero's journey, and off you go. And then you step out the door and you get like an hour out and you're at the not the end, but you're at the next big kind of chapter and something else happens. And this has such an element of like, I'm looking out at the wilderness and I have so far to go and so little with me. And it's like, I have to prepare that. And setting off feels really like naked and like, oh God, that's so far to go.
There's totally
How am I
a
ever going to, I can't
survivalist
imagine
element
getting
to
to the
it.
end of that. And then you take off and you're like,
I
it's been an hour and I'm still going. I'm not going to go.
so fucking shit.
It's just, it's not good. It's different.
But
and
it's
so
like
that's so
it's like
nice.
camping fundamentally is a dumb
I was
thing.
going to say it's the same as hiking. Like
It's-
like you
it's-
go or running a marathon, even though there's a physical reward, like this camp, but like
You're actually doing something.
yeah, no, but what it's like
No, I get it. I
you're
get it.
pushing through something, and in this, it's like you're mentally pushing through not something particularly taxing or bad, just like yeah, it just pulls you into a meditative experience, and I've been
And again, I think removing the grandeur of that, leaving a departing every time on that, I have to get to here. Like, I have to get to there. Video games are always like, well, you're on your quest, and here's the music, and off you go, and cutscene. Here, it's just like, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
You walk out the front, and like, zzz, zzz, starts raining. You're like,
Totally.
Yeah.
okay,
shit.
is this?
There
Should
were
I
just-
keep
there
doing
were,
this?
there
It
were a
feels
few
so
moments
weird.
where I took on too many packages, and I had my like mech legs and stuff like that. But I was like, I probably shouldn't do this, but like, you know, I'm keen to get to the next bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just want to earn some more money, and so then I would be like fucking nailing it with this massive fucking tall tower of packages
Yeah.
like coming off my back, and then like I come up against this cliff face, and I'm like, fuck, how am I going to tackle this?
Yeah.
And then like I take a few wrong steps, and then I fucking stack it, and then all my packages go tumbling down the mountain, and I can see this package now worth minus $7
Yeah.
or whatever. Like this package, nothing.
Yeah.
This package, fucked.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, God fucking damn it.
the biggest challenge I've come up in the game was literally yesterday trying to cross a river that was me to the wall.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get a ladder in the right spot. I tried to anchor into, and I kept just hitting deep water and getting swept away and losing all my packages and having to retreat. And it was like, I'm 18 hours into this game, and the biggest problem has been this creek. And I went, there's something to that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the
so
physics of like when you have the weight that starts going this way and you're going, what?
I think-
trying
yeah, I
to
think
like
even
balance
I-
it out. It's really, I've never had that in a
Yeah,
game
it's
I
before.
think even
It's
I
so good as a
had that
mechanic.
same moment of leaving with too much, only getting 20 meters away, dropping all my shit, and then picking it up and going, walking back 20 meters.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
this- and going, fuck, I'm sorry. I'm just going to
Yeah,
take half
yeah.
of that. It's like a game made me turn around and like, with no one looking, go like, I took too much.
my eyes were bigger than my
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Weird, and no one's in. And again, the remoteness of that game, I think, is what attracts me to it. So it's like there's no one around you being like, "Hey, it looks like it's." You go back and you're like, "Here's."
But
the
that's
boxes."
and that's why it's so funny when you're just dealing with this really like mundane package drama of just trying to like get up this really like small that should
Yeah,
be easy
totally.
to traverse area, but you've got all these packages, and then you're like finally just trying to sort it out, and you've broken like 5 of them, and then you get up to the top, and then all of a sudden your little thing is like, bzzz, like, and you're like, no, fuck off, fucking monsters! I don't care about you right now.
yeah, like-
I'm just like focused on this package bullshit that I've ruined.
The slippery gravel is my biggest enemy
Yeah.
right now.
And you're playing the version that probably has a bunch of features that
The
weren't in it
director's
that I
cut
had.
that
Yeah,
has some
so-
extra stuff.
I'm
and,
so-
Monster energy drink now.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was always Monster.
No,
Monster?
it was Monster. It's now Bridges energy drink.
Okay,
yeah,
Ah,
but it does have a catapult.
Because that deal
The
ended.
deal ended.
You
I'm
can
so
catapult
interested to hear
deliveries.
how much
So
further you go through, what you think of the later areas.
Yeah, I
and-
mean, like
cool.
I have all.
Did you finish
intentions of
it?
finishing
Were you satisfied by the ending?
Oh, not the story, but I was satisfied that I finished it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
if that makes sense.
That doesn't motivate me to play
No.
more.
No, I think
I had the same
you've gotten
satisfaction
everything
with
you
being
need
done
from
with the
it.
game already. I didn't have to put in 50 hours.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil things, but it gets
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thoroughly enjoying.
Good
Chris
holiday game,
Wilde,
actually.
Talking
Great,
about
that's-
packages,
That
time
is
for a
a
gift.
holiday
I
game.
was that and like I was planning on like we'll talk about the holiday games in one of our episodes that's dropping over the break, but like that was I've got other ones, but I was like I'll knock this one out before I tackle the other stuff.
Good.
Peter Burns.
Are we giving away a present?
I think we should because we've got a lot.
Yeah, once you're done talking about your games, you give away a
Yeah,
present.
cool. Should we do 2 at a time?
Yeah.
Like 2 rolls?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Scotty heard paper crinkling, and she thinks it's a something.
Can we get
for her.
2 rolls going?
Oh,
We could do 2 rolls for the same thing. That's probably a box of
shapes.
old shapes.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds like
From, like,
food.
3
It
Did
doesn't
you
have a
say
label.
old shape?
Yeah, from like 3 years ago.
Why did you wrap that?
No, that was
wrapped
wrapped
from
it
3
was
years
wrapped
ago.
3 years ago so that it was useful as a present and it's just been put on a shelf.
All right,
Oh, so that's
first
a-
roll.
that's a prop.
The roll is Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam Porter
Sam
Bridges.
Porter Bridges.
All one word. Sam
one word.
Porter
It's gonna
Bridges.
Sam Porter Bridges, and we'll roll twice on Sam Porter Bridges.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
Bridges has a D in it.
Yeah. Bridges. Although I will say, and I'll stand by this, I thought when the game started, what's his name?
Sam Porter Bridges?
No, the actor.
No, Nolan.
Oh,
Newton Grinch.
Norman
Thank
Reedus, thank you.
Is just awful.
Yeah.
Just lacks any charisma.
My favorite performance
like
was-
looks unappealing, and I
Yeah.
don't mean that in a sort of like. I don't mean that. I don't think he's good looking. I mean that there's something
Dirty and sweaty.
He's just like his face has this.
Yeah.
There's just something
Something about that first mission
He's
where I'm
got
like,
a
this guy fucked
smarminess
his
to
mum,
him,
didn't
I
he?
think.
This guy fucked his mum and now is burning his mum's
Yeah,
corpse. And the winner is.
We haven't even rolled yet.
No, it hasn't. We haven't started yet. Sam Porter Bridges.
Where the roll? Oh
Sam
god!
Porter
it had
Bridges.
all
All one
the-
word, no hyphens.
All one word, no
Kill the
hyphens. All one word, no hyphens.
Are you
gonna roll
doing a
Sam
lot of
Porter
the
Bridges.
like?
No
You're online,
hyphens.
so you're doing a lot of the building and seeing a lot of the stuff.
No
I'm doing
hyphens.
some building. Yeah, I thought that the world would be just like
Sam Porter
fucking
Bridges,
populated
baby.
and stuff, and it's not. It's
not
like,
really, no.
I
One
think
word.
they've gone. You know, we'll put some things in here.
I
but,
think
yeah.
Kit, who is the mod, made it not all one word.
Oh god, no, one word. It says it's not one
It's
word,
not one word,
guys.
guys.
Oh, this was a disaster.
Kit.
That's why you
Sam
choose, that's
Porter
why you
Bridges, there
choose
is
simple
space.
words, you guys.
Just put all 3 in. Sam Porter Bridges, one word. Sam Porter hyphen Bridges.
can't do that.
Sam
You-
Space Porter.
space.
Sam.
You have,
Space
to,
Porter
you
Bridges.
have to choose one
There we
word.
go.
Ben did it.
Such a dumb
Oh, it was
word.
Ben's
Oh, it was
fault.
Ben's
we're in it.
fault.
And the winner is.
I don't know that any of it worked.
What if it's Sam
If you,
Porter
I mean,
Space Bridges?
it's going to be a smaller pool to roll from.
Sam Porter Bridges.
You can't do that. Oh yeah, you can.
Okay, it's one
I
word.
thought Liz was entering
Winning.
after. She's like emote only.
Lucas
and mine.
Horatio. Lucas Horatio 1. Lucas Horatio
Horatio.
1.
Hey.
Lucas
Lucas Horatio,
Horatio.
one.
You've won yourself your very own
Made it too hard.
Elden Ring backpack.
Nice. I think
How
there's a little
exciting.
blankie
Oh,
in
sorry,
there as well.
Pooch.
something in it?
Elden Ring backpack. And inside the Elden Ring backpack is... Ooh.
A little blankie.
It's
A
like
little blankie.
It's like a towel-sized Elden
An
Ring.
Elden Ring
blanket.
soft blankie.
It's kind of disgusting.
good sell.
But so soft.
Oh, so soft.
Oh.
I mean, that's before a wash.
Yeah.
After a wash, this
Yeah,
thing's gonna be.
and it's not a summer blankie either.
No, not at all.
That doesn't breathe at all.
Pure synthetic.
Yeah,
and
synthetic.
the second
Well,
winner
some of mine
is.
that's the point.
We did 2 rolls.
Was there anything else in that bag? That it?
Nah.
Second winner was not Phoebe Bridges.
Ben, can you keep track of who won what as well?
Hokey Pokey 27.
Hey.
Hokey Pokey 27 won themselves Oh,
Oh.
a shitty back pocket hoodie.
The original test print.
The original test print.
It's a test print.
The special thing about that one
It's
is, you know what it is?
You know what it is?
Something on the sleeve.
It's here.
I want it. It's got a sleeve
You've
pockety.
been trying to get those for
Pockety.
so long.
That is rare, Tom.
That is rare.
That is rare.
Oh, shit.
sample. It's a size large,
Sample.
which may not fit you, and I'm sorry if that's the case, but that's back pocket present gift
I
card.
Pokey.
genuinely think this is one of those things that should be framed in a like it's like a
Museum.
jersey or something.
There you go.
Fantastic.
I love that you think the back pocket merch is worthy of framing.
Just that one.
Just that one.
Yeah,
That
great.
one and the copyright infringing quarry artwork.
Oh yeah.
All right, Peter.
That on a clock.
What have you been playing this week?
Been high on life all week.
Ooh,
High on life all week. Not all week. It came out on
Wednesday?
Tuesday.
2 days ago? Yeah.
Jesus.
I've been hearing a lot of giggles coming from your office.
That's so good. It is the game by Squanch Games, Justin Roiland's development studio. They've made a few things. I think they made Accounting before. Accounting was a VR dumb VR game. I think they made it before they formed Squanch Games.
Yeah.
And then they made it afterwards and have since made a few other things. Trover Saves the Universe. And this is... Trover wasn't a shooter, was it? It had
No,
like,
it was you control the
mini-games in
character.
but-
It was a VR game that then moved to console, but it was like third-person action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like presents as a shooter where the guns talk to you.
Yeah.
But it is at least half an adventure game next to the shooterness of it. It is like a 3D rendered world, but you kind of Castlevania your way through planets that you warp to on bounty hunting missions. So the Earth gets invaded by disgusting aliens. You pick up this alien, which is a gun.
Yep.
You then...
Are all the aliens weapons?
No.
okay.
No, but all of your weapons are aliens.
Okay.
And you go and take it to the aliens that invaded, and you're basically killing your way...
God.
Jesus.
You're killing your way through... That's your sister. You're killing your way through the kind of lieutenants of the big bad on the way to kill the big bad. So you've become a bounty hunter and you're tracking this mob that's taken... It's basically like the mafia, space mafia is taking Earth for its own, and you're going to go and kill all the lieutenants.
And they're turning everyone into drugs? That's what they said at the very start.
They
were like-
they
Yes.
definitely like consume the inhabitants of the world. But I don't know that they turn them into drugs or whether they just feed them into...
Yeah,
It's
right.
definitely there's
Nutrients.
definitely a drug thing.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played it yet, but I read about it, and it's also high on life. That's the pun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just remember
well-
that's a line at the very start that I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean... but
it's so inconsequential.
It's so
Yeah.
inconsequential that it hasn't really been a part of it. The thing that that this game does, which will annoy a lot of people, is that it has the same thing that Forspoken has, in that it is constantly talking at you. And
But it's because the gun is a creature, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not into Justin Roiland, if you don't align with Justin Roiland's sense of humor at all, you will not like this game.
You can turn the chatter off the
It's
gun.
Justin
Yeah, you can.
Roiland.
He's one half of Rick and Morty
Rick and
with Dan
Morty,
Harmon, and
God.
Both
he
voices in
Yeah,
it.
He does
He
both
does
the
voices,
voices.
yeah.
So the first gun you get sounds like Morty. I mean, he's only got a limited range, but that he plays into that with all his
Sure,
voices
yeah,
and
okay.
stuff.
But if you do like that stuff,
It will
funny,
be what gets you through this game.
Yep.
Yes,
Because the
yes.
things, it's pretty B, this game. It's got the things that save it are that like the humor works for me. The areas are all really creatively designed.
Yep.
Colorful. Even if the level design is pretty basic, like kind of generic, gamey, they're all really clever designs. And there's so much detail in conversation and in the world itself that the weapons and stuff react to talk about, that give it the this sense that they've really put a lot of effort into it.
Yep.
And that's what saves it when you're like, oh, I just fell literally through the map.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh, really?
yeah, I
Yeah,
skipped like
right.
half a level by accident by falling through into the world, like outside of the realms of the world. So that kind of stuff is in this game. It's pretty buggy. It had a day one patch which fixed some of the issues I had with it running on PC. So the second time I jumped into the game, it ran a bit smoother.
I love the opening title of the thing. The start of the game says any bugs or glitches found in this game are a parody and intentional of any other bugs found in other video games.
And how's the shooting?
The shooting's fine. It feels okay, but it's good in the diversity of it. You start with this gun. And this gun has just it's like a handgun, pistol kind of fire mode, and then it has an alternate attack, and all the weapons have an alternate attack. So you start with this pistol, and its alternate attack is this glob shot, and it has an area of effect where it pops everything up into the air, and then you can juggle people in the air by shooting them.
Yeah, cool.
And so that it's useful. And then once you start to get more weapons, the combat becomes more interesting because it's never hard, but you get to choose how you want to engage because all the guns are fun to use.
And you keep all the guns, so you're switching between them. You're not
They're like
tossing the handgun.
cast members. They like talk to each other.
Well, that's part of what's funny about it is that you change off a gun and they get the shits with you.
Yeah, good.
So you use a gun and then you swap to another one at the end. They're like, oh, so you didn't need me?
Yeah.
And it's like,
good.
Yes, no. You're like, you forget, and then you look at it, and it's just like staring at you. And you're like,
I love when you aim down the sights, it goes from that view to like it's staring directly at you.
Yeah, it's super cute.
I also like how it looks, like in terms of like you were talking about the design, but just like there's something. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird analogy. We had someone come into the studio yesterday to talk about some prospective work.
Oh, yeah.
She runs a sex toy company, and the gun, and the sex toys all had just a very fun, visceral look to them, and that's what the gun has. The gun looks like a fun thing to hold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of a game that like I don't think I would have like resonated with or enjoyed.
Fuck you, Peyton.
Had I not been playing it with Shark and in co-op, but like Journey, I think it was called Journey to the Center of the Planet.
No, it's called something of the Savage.
Journey to a Savage World or Savage Planet.
Yeah.
Planet, Journey to the Savage World. It was so fun, and it had a lot of that humor. It was like wacky kind of like space objects. It was very like colorful and a little bit cartoony. It had weird creatures in it and like environments, and you had a bunch of different guns and different things that you kind of picked up in the world that you traversed with. But it was like the co-op, being able to play with all of that stuff in co-op and kind of solve traversal puzzles together while kind of like being this kind of weird fodder of the planet to just constantly die and try and find your way through it. So it's really enjoyable.
Yeah, and I mean, this is not in the same way that Journey to Savage Planet is. That was pretty much just an adventure game, right? I don't really remember what that game was about, but this has like
it was like survival adventure, but it was like it's sort of solving the puzzle of how to make it through the world.
Yeah, okay,
sure.
This is mission based effectively, but there's some Metroidvania in that you go into this area and you can't do everything in this area until you upgrade your bounty hunter suit or find a weapon that will let you traverse in a way that you can't before. So the knife is the second weapon that you find. This is all very early in the game to not spoil anything, but the knife also acts as like a grapple to ledges that you can grapple to. And
between that and the glob shot, which moves the platform, you're like, oh, straight away you're grapple glob shotting, and I'm like, cool. I really liked how very quickly it was like, there's more than just we give you one ability and you use it to death until you're tired of it. It's like we're going to give you things to explore and open up the world a bit.
And you get movement through that. You get like dashes through your suit, through suit upgrades. There's boss fights as you kill. This is the first lieutenant that you fight, and you have to use in this boss fight. It's very like old school shooter boss fight of like, okay, and now this is the moment where it's going to just like the lava's going to rise, in this case the poison's rising, and you end up having to use the knife which you just collected to swing around the room. And in the second boss fight there's also stuff where you like you got to stay off the floor. The floor is lava, dodge the laser beams. It's all like old school design in a way that feels really like, I don't know that it's like it's not better than it used to be. It is just like it is playing on those old kind of design tropes, but it's just enjoyable to it's like a reminiscence, nostalgic kind of appeal.
And so because I I remember seeing this demo. This was one of the gameplay demos that they put out, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then, but you've been glowing on it. You've been enjoying it.
I watched that demo as well, and everyone in the comments was shitting on the boss fight. And I was like, that looks like a fun old school boss fight.
I was just
like,
annoyed at the knife, I think. The knife seemed like it was...
Sure.
The knife is my least favorite
Do you feel
talking
like-
at me, and I
Yeah.
think because it's Aussie, I'm just
But,
like, shut up.
but the thing I was wondering is, how much repetition is there in dialogue? Like when you die, like do you start going through all the same bits?
I haven't died because I don't think the game is designed to be particularly hard.
Okay.
I'm playing on normal.
Yep.
There's some really fun things like you got an overshield and a health bar, and your health regenerates and your shield regenerates when you kill people and pick up their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you get a knife kill, it just puts your shield to full. So it's like it incentivizes getting in there and stabbing stuff, and it's fun and dynamic, but it's not hard ever.
Yeah.
It's just you're making choices, which is
I
fun.
mean, it could get harder in later stages.
True.
And yes, there is a very good chance that the dialogue, and from what I've played, and I'm just past here, it's like I've mentioned to you guys earlier, I find that the it's not so much the comedy writing in this, it is the voices and the absurdity of the character designs and the absurdity of the weapons and the familiarity of hearing voices that or voice actors that you know are funny.
I was about to say it feels
like-
it feels like very like people who like it are Rick and Morty fans.
Yes, but Rick and Morty is a better written show than this is. But I'm hearing the same voice actor doing silly lines.
But
so
you
my
have, like,
brain is
positive
going-
association.
Yes, my brain is
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
well, this is funny. And there is still funny elements to it, but it is definitely on the lower end of the humor is just being absurd and saying
yeah,
silly
I mean, I would
things.
say that is Rick and Morty as well. It's the plots of Rick and Morty
you don't
that are
have a
smart.
high enough IQ to enjoy Rick and Morty. I think.
No, the sci-fi plots are very clever in Rick and Morty, but the humor
all of
is
the dialogue
still
is
just
dumb.
like- yeah.
But that's
Whereas-
what's funny. Dumb people. Well, not unintelligent people, but people saying dumb things in high concept scenarios. Yeah.
I'd say there are more of, from what I've experienced in the short term, like these characters that are just like, I'm here because I'm a thing that's going to be in your way. And if you're going to talk to me, you got to talk to me and get me out of your way. Okay, bye. You got me. And I was like, that's not funny. But killing a foot soldier who then turns that doesn't matter. And one of the lines is a character going, Joshua, you are my second lover. And I was like, what? Like that absurdist is funny. Like,
You can imagine them just being like like going nuts in the sound booth as well as coming up with stuff.
ad-libbing
Yeah,
for
yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
end.
yeah.
B Dazzle said in the chat that they watched a 2-hour movie in the game. Have you run
Yeah,
across?
so yeah, and that's another one. That's what I'm talking about, like a world detail that's like, oh man, this is so like funny that they've done this. There's a guy who's living in your house, got warped to this alien planet.
Yep.
And there's a dude living in your house with your sister, and she's like, this guy's in the way, and she's out dating other aliens now, and he's like, you shouldn't be dating that kind of alien, and you're like, you're space racist. She can date who she wants. And like, but this guy's just watching TV, and so. And like, there's a Denise Richards movie that comes on.
It's on the
You can-
poster next to him, just there.
Yeah, you can
it's
and
actually
Paul Walker.
Tommy the T-Rex.
Is it
It's-
real?
Yeah, it's a real film.
You can watch it. I sat there
Amazing.
watching.
Holy
I watched like
shit.
5 minutes of the opening of this film, and I
It's
was
a
like,
weird 80s film where there was a dinosaur costume and a B-grade movie, and Denise Richards, before she was famous, they made it as like, this will be there was
great.
a dinosaur detective movie with Whoopi Goldberg around the same time. Inspector Rex or something. Not that. That's a different
Tammy
show.
and the T-Rex and Dino Rex or something. was
Yeah, so
someone
it was
saying?
like trying to be that, and obviously the rights don't really cost anything, so they just put it in the game.
It's a great touch.
Isn't
it's
it?
just it's just so funny. It's like, yeah,
It does. There's something so fucking like edible about the graphics. Looking at
I'm
it,
talking
like
about.
they're not great, but they're so shiny and polished.
It's like when you choose a certain color palette and you hit just the right amount of like shine and texture and stuff like that.
yeah.
It kind of like it's almost like it you know when they do those tests to make sure that potato chips have like the right amount of crunch that gives you the dopamine hit
Yep.
to like keep you going back for more. It's like that, but
It's
visual.
Nintendo visual design. It's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
this kind of just looks good, even though there's not a lot there.
the fucking funniest thing about this game so far was the last thing I did last night was I went to the third like boss world, and there was this gap, and there's like they're called the mac and cheese gang or whatever. They were just like guarding. They were the maintenance crew, and they were like, you can't cross the bridge. The bridge is down. And of course, it's a video game, and you just go around and whatever. But there's like this army of dudes, and they just look so funny. And then you just like you leave to go around the path, and like, oh, big shot, fucking like you're gonna go around. Oh, you got to dash. Oh, someone's gonna dash, and they're just harassing you the whole fucking time. And it dips into like shut up, and then back into that's so fucking. Funny. Then you get up onto like a platform and you look at them, and they're all staring at you across the gap, like, oh yeah, you think that's good?
It's funny. I'm so glad you're enjoying it because the one thing I want to say is when you asked about the shooting, I find the shooting really light and not really like it doesn't.
If I'm on console,
Doesn't feel satisfying.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't like it feels very floaty and very light and very B.
It feels
grade.
PC shooter to me.
Yeah, okay, maybe, but that was something I thought you were gonna really hone in on and say you hated. So I like that you're getting by on just the.
I'm finding it good and like headshots are important and good. They're like
do a
one-shot
little-
kills.
Yeah.
There's guys that are covered in goop, and so you hit them in the same spot.
Yep.
And to break through their armor, and then you do more damage to the kind of the body underneath, which is cool.
Maybe it's just the early stages, but yeah, I found the shooting a bit soft, but I need to get like, the other guns, the other characters, and it's on Game Pass. I'm really looking forward to it being this kind of like very single player.
It's a great Game
very
Pass game.
Linear,
Yeah, totally.
very like I don't know. I'm gonna guess 8 to 10 hours from what I would assume. That's what I'm guessing. It looks like that kind of game. So
yeah, maybe 15 hours.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but,
Yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah.
What else have you been playing?
What else have I been playing? I played Hello Neighbor 2.
Yep.
And I just kind of jumped into that because I liked the idea of Hello Neighbor. I loved the scare of Hello Neighbor.
We played that together. Was it screenplay?
Yeah, when it was still in like a beta, and we were like,
was
"What
in beta
the
for
fuck is this game?"
ages.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Yeah, because
He's
no
a
one really-
weirdly terrifying character.
We didn't know anything about it, and when it started, and it was like, "Oh my god, this guy's following us."
He was
now."
really-
Like, it was
yeah.
Well, that's
really
kind of the
creepy.
premise of the game when it started in early beta. Was like you didn't get a storyline. It was like you walk into a house and work out what's going on, and it was like that creepypasta vibe to it. Where people are like, "What's this about?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a weird rear window thing to it as well,
Yeah.
where you were just trying to like.
Yeah.
They fleshed that out
So-
like crazy, and now there's a sequel.
Well, so the sequel, I jumped in because I was like, what is the game of Hello Neighbor? They will have worked it out by now.
Yeah.
Because even after release of Hello Neighbor, I checked it out. I saw someone streaming it, and I was like, oh, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I really don't know what they're doing. This is like a puzzle narrative. Not really narrative, but it's a series of puzzles that progress you through this one little town through a series of days. And they don't all feature Mr. Dude.
Is it a neighbor?
Mr. Neighbor
Mustachey
Dude.
man.
So it's a little like town, but which I immediately was like, oh cool, I'm going to be scavenging from all these houses and collecting a bunch of stuff and then approaching like the problems as they arise. But it's still quite linear, narrow in that you can't really enter any house except the one that's important today.
Yep.
Which starts with that blue house, which is the neighbor's house, but the cops are there because he got arrested. So you are breaking in there and you do
As in
puzzles
arrested
in there.
at the end of the last game.
He was arrested at the start of this
Okay.
game.
There was
In the opening cutscene, he gets arrested.
There was also like DLC or a prequel about how he's actually really troubled and his family died in a fire. Like it's actually
Oh,
this full
Jesus.
narrative that was fleshed out in other story
Yeah,
things.
right.
But if you weren't paying any attention, like sorry, no, if
No, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it
yeah.
just floats by if you're someone looking from the outside in kind of thing.
Yeah. And so
Right, keep
if to me is I'm pretty sure the same game of just like creeping around, hiding in cupboards, picking up stuff, trying to work out the meaning of a puzzle. The puzzles are interesting. Like they're actually decent for this kind of game. It's like you're collecting cubes, but then to work out the sequence, you need to find the sequence of colors that the cubes come in, and then you're like, oh, right, now I know that they go in that order. It's a bit obtuse at first, like climbing up on top of things. I didn't realize how much verticality there was in the game because it doesn't
Yeah,
feel like that. But then you're like, oh, I can jump kind of double my camera height and clamber up onto things. And yeah, things were hidden, or I could see something and I could grab that, but you need to do the puzzle to get it to push out to where you can grab it.
Oh yeah.
But things like that. It's still, I don't really. I think they're just capitalizing on the success of Hello Neighbor as a Twitch thing. Because I would say it's not a particularly good game in the way that it's put together. But there are some interesting things in it still. I just don't know. I just don't think they've really know what they want to make as a video game. It's still just like
Would you
still
feel
just
the
feels
same
like
way
the
about
demo.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's was a 1-bit game, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And
They've overstretched with what they're trying to tell in this sort of a story in these games, and that's now it's the detriment.
I don't know.
of
I
it.
just don't think it's that effective.
Yeah.
It's weird
The,
too,
the,
though.
the marrying of like a town and horror puzzle. It just doesn't work when it's so restricted. Like there's just bits of it that just don't marry, that just make it feel.
Yeah, Nano Jane says
disjointed.
it's like an escape room with a fail state, which I think is like fair, but I think it's got more to it than that because of the kind of tension of the idea of getting caught that kind of builds into it that made it really intense. But I think also it's like I find it interesting with these kinds of games, particularly ones that take off and are a little bit memey, and how stream culture has affected the kinds of games we play and the kinds of games that are successful, because this is the kind of game that is a really great one to stream because people want to see you solve puzzles. They like the element of someone kind of chasing you, and it kind of makes for great content, even if it's not like, it doesn't feel like it makes sense from a substance or narrative or
I was gonna say, because
whole picture
when
point
the
of view.
first one came out, like streaming was still a thing, but it's much bigger now, obviously. But YouTube culture and is where the sort of Five Nights and PewDiePie style stuff,
Markiplier-y
yeah,
kind of stuff. Yeah,
it's almost like it's a they've reverse engineered a game. Like they've gone, okay, we're going to put the things that we know
that's a
that
great way of
people
putting
want.
it. That's a great way
we'll
of
put
putting
them
it.
in here, but it just you're saying that you feel like it doesn't
It still
necessarily
just feels soulless.
cohesive.
Well, that's what I was saying
come
about that
together.
weird narrative, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think the first game was just breaking into a house, puzzles, and a antagonist that was chasing you.
And the
with a
mystery
bit of-
was what was kind of exciting.
But I think even at that point, and I'm going out on a limb, I think the mystery was just a lot of big question marks. And the more people got into this game, the more they reverse engineered this narrative and then
added
really
stuff,
fleshed it out. And now they're building another game around that where it's kind of hanging off sticky tape edges, where it's like, yeah, is that an interesting story in the first place? Probably not. But, they got to this point and they have to make another
At least
game.
there are other buildings to explore.
But let's
I'll
talk
give it that.
about a good puzzle game.
One of the finest puzzle games ever made. Is Will there? Yeah, I see a little elf boot. Is
A little tap of the foot.
Portal RTX.
We go, there's just a mannequin.
See there. Portal RTX.
What was the catch? What was the word last week?
The pit.
The
The Pit?
Portal
oh
RTX.
my gosh.
You played Portal RTX.
You've got too many distractions back there. Peyton, go and stand in the corridor.
The dog.
Yeah,
distraction.
she
I'll
did
win
walk
him over.
over. She did walk over there to get
So,
it.
Peter, I hear you played Portal.
RTX.
My.
At Waterloo. That's
Portal.
Portal. This is a video that someone put up just to show side-by-side stuff, which I thought was more interesting than showing Portal looking good because
Totally.
you don't remember what it looks like. This is like a this is one of the games that was selected to go through and remix. They called it an RTX remix. It's basically just like a complete facelift for Portal to take advantage of ray tracing and all kind of the new NVIDIA graphics features, which meant some new models.
Oh, I thought the first one was the new one. I wasn't paying
Definitely
attention.
lighting.
Hot damn.
And
Yeah, wow.
it's
God damn it.
I just played through it in a sitting because it's like an hour to finish the game when you
Sure.
know how to finish the puzzles.
Yeah.
And
Did you remember
it's
them all?
Beautiful.
You were like, yep, I know all these, or were there a couple that
Yeah,
stuck to
the
you?
only place I got lost was at the end where you're breaking out of the facility and you're like,
Yeah, okay,
where
right.
exactly do I go?
Yeah,
Like you're
okay.
shooting through gaps. Look at the reflections on the glass up there and stuff.
Oh, my word.
It's stunning. The only thing it's missing is I still feel like the animations of Chell are really old.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah,
weren't
yeah.
good at the time.
Yeah, so you see yourself through the portal,
portal,
and you're
yeah.
like, that's
She
the
would
only
look
thing that
better if
stands
she was
out.
made of light.
Yeah. But it is like it's a
Oh, the light comes through the fucking
God
portal?
damn.
it's a significant
Oh, my word.
it's a significant upgrade. And
Wow.
one of those things where you kind of almost don't notice it until there's a toggle in there's like an RTX settings menu
Yep.
in the game that you can bring up and toggle it on and off
Yeah.
as well, so you can see when like the lighting effects turn on and stuff.
A button toggle
but
or a menu toggle?
It's a menu toggle.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
not.
right.
It's not like
not
the
your
Halo
Halo
thing,
stuff,
which was
yeah.
amazing. But it's
I'm
still
like,
very
that looks
clear.
pretty good. And then it's like, no,
Yeah.
it
Bedazzle
was
says I
this.
bet it runs at 30 frames though. Now you have a 3090, but how was it running?
It was running.
Felt
It
good.
was running. I did drop some settings down. And then it ran at and then I got it running at 60. I
Yeah, okay,
I kind of
cool.
locked it at 60. Yeah, it looks amazing.
What a great game to
This
test.
person
it.
tested on a 4090.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, great game to test it on where you've got these amazing lighting effects, but you've also, everything's a small contained room that it's like, it does feel like the safest space to go, I reckon I could run this versus, hey, we put this into Cyberpunk and you go, I walk out into the open world and just seize up
Because
your
I've
machine.
I've got a 3080. I just feel like every time I turn on ray tracing, I'm like, I get a performance hit. I can't really tell that much of a difference.
Sure.
Whereas this is like,
Yeah.
I'll never go back.
It is literally night and day.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Stunning.
Yeah.
And it's a free upgrade.
It's a free upgrade.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's what you
And
want.
what's Portal? Free or a couple of dollars?
I
don't know, can
I
you-
think legally you have to own Portal.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, if you've got...
I would genuinely.
computer.
Let me know in chat if you don't own Portal on a platform, because I would be surprised if there's too many people. I'm not going to buy it for you, but I just wanted to.
Steph, you own Portal?
$15?
Steph, you own Portal, right? You own Portal? Who are these? Oh my god, all these people who don't own Portal?
Wow.
It's going to go on sale for the Christmas sale on
Get
Steam.
the orange box.
Yeah, it's
this
going to be
summer.
like. Yeah, it's going to be.
exist anymore?
I think so.
It's going to be like $2. Like,
Yeah.
buy it. It's one of the best games ever made.
Holy hell.
Jesus Christ. Okay, good. Peter, you get 2 presents.
Oh yeah. Prezi time.
What do you want to... is the word drool? No?
It's box.
box? Makes sense.
Good. B-OX.
He's learned from last
Sam
time.
Porter box.
B-O-X.
No, just box.
Just box. Just box. I've got
Sequel
two
is great. I
Prezis.
mean, sequel.
wanna-
The sequel,
I wanna
Portal
grab a
2
big one.
That's just a...
is a... Whoa.
Oh, no, the game's good. That's just a PC upgrade.
What?
There's no, like, console version of that looks that good.
No,
Portal.
no. That's
yeah.
You need to have a
All right.
RTX card. I mean, Portal 2's
Sent box. Yeah, nice.
Emote only. The
Thanks,
word
Liz.
is box.
It's box.
For a Chrissy present.
It's a box.
I feel like I'd remember most puzzles. I think I played through it twice, and once you get through a puzzle in Portal, it
I
sees
never
itself
remember
in your
puzzles.
brain.
Hilarious. I
Have
I
you
don't
solved
remember
them?
puzzles as they're happening, even when I solve them. I solve most of them by accident, and then I'm like, okay.
What did you say, Pete?
Have you started playing Portal again? You say you did?
I downloaded it.
Okay,
I haven't
sorry.
booted it up.
Yeah, it'll come back.
Yeah.
It's like, and particularly if you've played Portal 2, which became much more advanced in its puzzles because
Yes.
it added
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
elements of the jump and the speed
gels.
and
Ooh.
stuff.
Gels.
Portal 1 is actually very basic. Like I remember the ones that I remember sitting in a room playing it, and a mate had already finished it, was sitting next to me, and he's like, "You're not thinking with portals." And there was like in those moments where I was like, "Oh, I need to shoot a portal down and jump through it and use my velocity to shoot myself out over
Yeah,
something."
yeah.
It's like that's the one big trick.
Yeah.
Manga,
Congrats.
you've won yourself. Congratulations, Manga. You have won.
It's not really winning. It's a gift.
You have won.
You have been
They
gifted.
won. You beat everyone else. That means you
You
won.
did. You're a winner.
Because everyone else fucking lost.
Oof.
Losers. This is a Mario Sparks of Hope little package.
God damn, that's
Oh,
good.
Damn.
So this is the game, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I
On
think
this-
it's the game. That's awkward. Is there a code? We're gonna buy
There it is. Here it is. It was in the metal box. It was in the metal box.
I must have moved it across because I was like, "There's a metal box."
Just, oh god.
We're gonna buy a copy of Mario Rabbids Sparks
There
of
it
Hope.
is.
Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, one of those shiny metal tins
Ooh,
with
ray
a
traced
game in
tin.
Ray traced in.
it. A ring holder
No, it's a phone.
for your ring.
It's a phone.
It literally says ring holder on it.
Yeah,
This
for your
is my
phone.
ring. And the Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, the art of the game.
I had to flick through this. It's quite nice.
Yeah, it's
Lovely.
windmills and
That's a
shit.
nice art book.
Windmills and shit.
Yeah.
Lovely.
stuff.
Game's good too.
Great game.
Beautiful.
well done,
Congratulations.
Manga.
Congrats,
Manga.
And the
Manga.
second present is going to drum roll, please.
The whole time. Should have just started slower.
Lily Peppermint, get off that train.
Get off the train. She doesn't even know she's won.
That looks like a joint present.
It could be perfect timing. Both these things go together.
I see.
Okay.
How mysterious.
I love a present with a caveat.
I like some.
Now, you
I
might
like.
not
I like
want
the
this.
twine
Yeah.
on that one, Peter. Nice wrapping.
I learned from the best.
I'm big into twine.
You're big into twine.
Yeah.
Big into twine.
I'm all about twine right now. That's my. That's
Twine,
that's-
fancy string.
Yeah.
You're a fancy. Isn't it more basic string?
A
Isn't string
Logitech
fancy twine?
Lightspeed G305.
Holy shit!
How did that get in the studio?
That's
wow.
legit.
And
Thanks,
to go with
Logitech.
it, what could possibly go with a mouse?
Lily Peppermint, do you need a new keyboard?
I hope
Here's
so.
my own Rabbit Sparks.
A Logitech Pro.
Oh,
Keep
God
playing.
damn.
A keep
Damn.
playing edition.
Yeah.
Wait, show me
It's
the
a
front.
mechanical keyboard. It just says Logitech Pro. I don't know what model it is.
Show me the mouse. Right, now show them side by side. I've got that mouse. That mouse is legit.
There you go.
That mouse.
Can
is
we
great.
do anything else for you?
I think this
That's
is
a really good price.
prize of the day.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone else.
They might get better or worse from here. Who knows?
I mean, I feel like the person who won the OG back pocket hoodie won a prize of the heart.
Yeah.
Price
Sentimental
of
value
of the
through
heart.
the roof.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Whereas,
Actual value.
fiscal value of that
How
is
much?
in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Well done. Fantastic. Gus. No.
Yes.
Steph.
okay.
What have you been playing
Gus, no, shut up.
this week?
Well, I of course played the new Witcher next gen upgrade.
Speaking of tracing those rays.
Yeah, yeah, baby. And I have checked it out on console, and I've checked it out on PC. And PC on Ultra Plus fucking slaps, you guys.
Slaps.
It's amazing. Oh my
It's
gosh.
a bop.
And it's like, it was already a beautiful game. It was very like, it has always been a game that is geared towards everything I love in terms of excessive environmental detail. But also I think just like, they packed detail into every possible space. Like all of the costumes of every character in this game is incredibly detailed, from like the embroidery and the armor and the chainmail and everything. And that was always amazing. So to see it now in such crisper detail and with, incredible lighting and
Explosions.
yeah, it's amazing. It's everything that, and it's incredible that it still plays so well. Like it's actually quite an old game now, and it's like I'm excited to kind of start it over again because
It's interesting watching. I've watched a few side by sides, and you realize how much the lighting in this and how important it is to be in these areas where the sun is the only thing lighting. We just saw that area where there's so much artificial glow that is added into the previous version of this. So in the indoors of taverns during the day are just lit because you need to see everything. Whereas what we just saw there, it's like everything is so dark, and it's like everything is lit just by a lantern and a candle, and it makes everything, the contrast is so dramatic for so much more of it, which is something that I like in a game, to actually be
I
bold
think it's
enough.
mostly this TV.
No, yeah, but it is also one of those things
but-
that it is nice to go into a space and actually feel moody and dark versus.
Well, I think also what they do.
Everything's
look at the
grey.
fucking carvings in the wood of that door. Jesus fucking Christ! Even like I would say that they do a really wonderful thing with lighting in the game, and that like European light, and why all those old classical like Dutch master painters were so renowned were because they were painting light in a part of the world where like the days are really short and the sun never rises beyond a certain point, and the light is very particular.
Sunset all day.
Oh my God, you're right. This is going to be the dumbest thing I've ever said in my entire life, but it's not like they could watch a movie of like a location that had more light and better days than they had.
Yeah. So all the light is very particular, and that's why you have that kind of wonderful sort of silvery outline of things in those kinds of paintings. And this game has a lot of that when you're kind of running across, you're riding across the landscape and it's sunset or it's raining or it's just morning, and it's lit in that beautiful way. And it looks stunning. I'm very excited.
Windy.
And I'm looking forward to playing it from the beginning, because I think I did somehow delete my save.
I think you'll be okay. So there's a trick
I'm not confident.
I'm not entirely confident, but I'm a little bit confident. There's a trick to getting a game save across to this from like cross-saving platforms, but also I think just in the roll-up, even if you'd played The Witcher 3 on your PlayStation 5 or your Series X, you need to select within the game itself a save file that you're choosing to be the cross-save game save. So that then that's cloud saved and it'll get pulled into your new...
Because I played this,
complete
I played this on
edition.
Xbox One off a disc copy.
Yeah.
So, this is my first time playing it on PC, and it's like, the jump is phenomenal. But like 2, I thought it would just be in the cloud, and it wasn't. And so I was like, oh, how do I get it? Like not on PC, but I've got the console version as well.
cloud saves with the Xbox One?
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
They're there in the 360.
Yeah.
So.
And so, because I never booted it on the new Xbox, and so I don't know how to get it across.
So, well, we should just be able to launch the game. But we pulled the Xbox One out of the garage and plugged it in, and then had to update The Witcher in order to launch it, in order to get into The Witcher and choose the save that's going to be the crossplay
and we
save.
saw my save file there on the Xbox. On the Xbox One.
Reese is saying you're
cloud
totally
saved.
fine.
It was The Witcher 3 was cloud saved, but when it updated to the complete edition and launched, and there were no game saves because it's a
Because there
different
was
game.
no nominated
Yeah,
thing. And
it
you're in a blank
automatically
game.
did the upgrade to the complete edition, and then
my
it's
save
ignoring-
wasn't there.
Yeah,
So where is my save now?
it's still attached to The Witcher 3, which it deleted.
For those
Okay.
at home, I want you to DM me the
way that
clip
you got it.
that you think is the moment that Gus lost the will to live. Because it definitely happened at some point in the last
What?
2.5 minutes
Because
of
we're
game
talking
save
about
talk.
save states.
Trying to help
Yeah,
people.
and there was a moment,
Why was it
and
now?
I
It's
want
like,
you to,
talk
I
about
want
the
you to
game.
clip it and
Because
send
it's
it to me.
relevant to people who.
The game's 10 years old.
Start from the start. You've had 10 years. Go from the start. What a wonderful reason
No,
to say.
There's no fucking way. If I start at the
No
start, I
way.
get to Skellig, I stop again.
I've done it 3 times,
Yeah.
Nick, and I'm
No
going to do
way.
it for a 4th.
No way.
But I think there's also like totally. I think there was a moment where I was like, "Oh no, my save," and then I was like, I don't know that I'll be that devastated if I can't get it back.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I had
Yeah,
the
yeah.
experience from start to finish and the expansions, and I played through it. And there was a point where I was like, I'm going to 100% this game because I'm going to 100% any game. It's going to be The Witcher 3. And there was like all the gajillion question marks all over the map and stuff like that. And then I played it for like 3 days straight, and I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm not going to do this.
Yep.
It's like there's just too much, and that's not actually what I enjoy out of this. So I feel like having the save isn't really giving me anything. I don't think I'll go back to it to go out to that.
I was going to ask, were
furthest
you going to
corner
go
and
back
get
and
that
just
question
run
mark.
around and look at everything now it looks pretty? Or were you going to go back into that save to finish tie off
don't-
ends that you didn't know?
No,
or-
I had no plans. I just wanted to know that it was there because of the time that I put into it.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and just to know that I could access those places if I wanted to. But ultimately, what I want to do is play it from the beginning and play it from the beginning. With
I will.
Ray tracing.
Can you remind me, can you jump into the DLC at any point?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I think you can power
You
boost
get-
your
you can
character
get a-
to
You can,
button
you
one
can.
stuff.
Because
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
shit's good.
yeah, it's amazing. And also, speaking of games that that feel like they're waiting for you, this is like the antithesis of that. Like you wander through this world and you come
totally.
upon
Yeah,
villages where there are conversations and fights and things that are midway and you kind of interrupt them. Like you really feel like, and the side quests in this game are almost better than the main story. Like it's to me, nothing to this date, nothing has ever topped it. It's
Yeah,
just,
that's
It's probably
so
opposite for
fucking
what I was going
spectacular.
for when I think I said for Nick's game, it was like they're all standing there not doing anything until you turn
Yeah.
up. Versus this is the world was
That's
feels
what
like
she
it
was
was,
saying.
Things-
yeah,
yeah.
this is different where it's like this feels like it was living and you just wandered in and
Absolutely,
it's like that's
absolutely.
a much better version of that.
It's
Yeah.
it's literally the antithesis, and it's
Oh,
also
right, sorry. Yeah.
yeah, and so it's also when you stumble into those scenarios, whether or not you choose to help them, you have a choice. You can just kind of bail and
Yeah.
go, but the choice that you make will affect what happens to that town, and also affects kind of ultimately the end of the game.
Yeah.
and who's standing with you at the end, and it has you feel like you have an impact on the world, and
Yeah.
it's really great.
I think I'm still in the capital for the 3rd time. I never got to Skellig. Skelliger, sorry. And it did not switch.
It did not switch. God, you
I
should
wanna
make
see-
the switch.
You know what?
To
I want to
PC.
see a fucking side-by-side wipe of Switch to RTS. Just to feel good.
And you also, I don't know what this is.
Okay, so
What am I looking at?
my favorite musical. So it's been a good week for Steph, because my favorite musical artist of all time, Aurora,
Mm-hmm.
Scandinavian forest elf.
I was like, is this the cow chanter? But no, it's the forester.
No, the
She
forester.
probably could.
That's
if she
Yoni
wanted to.
Yinton.
Yeah.
Cow
I know. No, it's such a common mistake.
chanter. She's
I
got,
love
she's,
That's Yoni Yinton, you fucking idiot.
Obviously.
she's Swedish. Aurora's Norwegian.
I'm racist.
So
They're the same race.
Aurora, who does kind of like, I would
Scandos.
say, spiritual indie pop folk.
Oh, God.
Te-
Oh, stop.
She can't be contained in
Death.
one genre.
She cannot be contained.
She has collaborated with that game company in their game
Oh.
Sky Child of Light.
Children of the
Children
Light.
of the Light.
What we were talking about on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have it on mobile. I think it's also on Switch. And it is very reminiscent of Journey in its themes and in its design. And you know, it's kind of I would say a spiritual successor to it in a way. But she performed in a virtual concert within this game. So like Travis Scott and Ariana Grande were in Fortnite.
So is Aurora in this thing?
So was Aurora in Sky Children of Light. And so
Equally the cultural impact.
I jumped in with Mido because we were like, let's find each other in the concert, and we were definitely in the same instance because we found other characters, but we couldn't find each other.
Aw.
And it was
It's
like,
like going to a real concert.
Oh my
and being
God.
like,
Yeah.
where are you?
I need a
he
tall
was literally
friend.
like that. I was like, I've gone down. Okay, I'm in the front left corner next to the like pole, and I'm standing there, and I'm waving my arm like this. And he's like, I'm also standing there, and I can see a little green person. I'm like, I'm standing next to the green
She's
person.
starting. The lights are going down. Fuck! I'm not going to find you.
That's 100% what happened.
So so is the concert happening live? Or
No. So I don't know if you've seen any of the Fortnite concert stuff.
I have seen those, but
It's
they
like-
were live. Like it was one-off thing that was happening. It wasn't a live. Like the person wasn't doing it at the time, but
Yeah. Yes.
But it only happened once, and it was like in that moment, right?
I think it happened a couple. I think this
Yeah.
one played out a couple of times.
So this
but
one is happening every 4 hours
Okay.
until the 2nd of January, which I
Okay,
think is
right.
the same as the Travis Scott Ariana Grande thing. Is I think because they can't get everyone who wants to
No,
be in
I
there.
think
No,
that was
they
one.
were
They were
one-off
one.
things.
They were one, but they may have been like it may have
Multiple
gone.
instances.
No, I think it just went for a long time.
Oh,
Wasn't
they're
it? It's
saying
kinda
that
like you could
Fortnite
go
had
in-
encores. Maybe they did. I thought it was always
I
just the
did
one.
have
I
But
can't
yeah.
imagine that they could get everyone in there.
Well, it doesn't matter about
Because
getting
the
them.
joy of it is that you're with other players in the space. Because
Yeah,
otherwise,
yeah,
what's the
sure.
point, right? You're not seeing a live performer perform something live.
Yeah, totally.
You're seeing a visual experience of that artist, but you're with other players in that
Because
space
she is.
experiencing it. So
That's cool.
So that was kind of the hook, is that like you are carried through cutscenes, but then there are these moments where you're with other players, and Aurora's kind of avatar is there, and she's singing, and she's very emotive, and it's very like powerful and spiritual and beautiful. But you're with these other players doing your little journey, little boops and stuff like that.
Yep.
And she says things, you know, she'll be like, let's see if we can all do this emote together. And then everyone reacts and does the little emote
Yeah,
and stuff,
right.
you know.
Yeah, but she
It's-
wasn't actually there.
No, but, you know,
Don't harsh the vibe.
well, it's
Yeah.
an interesting
Buzz?
concept.
Yeah, no, totally.
It's interesting to see how this concept of virtual concerts
Yeah.
will evolve going
Yeah.
forward, because it's a cool idea.
I think it's.
And
I
if
think
they
it's.
can implement a live element to it, that will be really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's awesome. But I think that's where I go like, fuck off. Where it's like, do the spam the love heart emote. It's like that's just trying to. That's an
Maximize
engagement
engagement.
push. That's just the marketing team. That's not her.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You're already
think-
in
I
the
think
game.
It's,
It's
She's
just
not though.
no,
No,
I
but I'm
think
saying
it's a,
it's not.
She's not there going
what's
like,
the-
oh, cool, thanks.
No, but it's saying it's doing something that everyone
It's,
can.
it's
then-
the same as everyone put your hands in the air.
Yeah, it's
or
like,
hold up your phone.
Yeah, but they're there for
engagement-
that.
There's no engagement push. You're
Yeah,
already
but
there.
it's-
You're engaged. It's just a
it's
question
so
of
that
going
you
do something.
it's so that you feel
collectively.
the immediacy of the space.
It's the same
of other
reason we
people.
run giveaways is so that we can go. We got this many Twitch chat.
But it's a single
No,
player.
it's not. No
they're
one's
not-
counting this
they're not-
up. They're going. It's so it's not just chaos. There's some form of feeling unity there, and it's her doing a prompt for everyone to do it.
And so
Yeah.
I'm just like blanked on this. Is this an existing game, or did
Yeah.
this game get created for
I'm
this
with you
concept?
guys.
No.
You've
it's
never
a-
heard of this either? Yeah.
It's an existing game. I've
Okay.
had it on my phone for ages, and I've dipped in and out.
and so
but
do you
it's,
need to?
it's very similar to Journey.
and do you
Sure.
need to have like finished it to be able to get to the concert
no,
hall? Or
you can boot it for the first time, and literally the game opens and it goes like Aurora has arrived and she wants to take you on a journey.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
want
but
to go
She's
with
not
her?
really
Yeah.
there. Exactly.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
no.
I live with him. But it was like, I mean, her music, obviously, like I'm such a huge fan, and
Crank
and,
it, Will.
and it is like, oh, don't crank it.
They don't. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
don't play
crank
any of
it,
this.
Will.
Crank
Sing it,
Travis
Will.
Scott.
she and all of the themes that she sings about it are very like like spiritual and primal and environmental in a lot of ways, and it really tied in with the themes of this game in a really perfect way. It was like the perfect collaboration. It made the
Definitely a
most
better
sense.
collaboration than Fortnite for Aurora.
Yes, I can't imagine Aurora being in Fortnite.
Yeah.
This was
Build,
just
don't destroy.
yeah, and it was full, and it
assume
was
she sounds like
filled
Bjork.
with all of those Aurora moments where she was just like, I can feel the light in all of you. Let's all be together now.
All right. Cool. And it's 2nd of January, you said that this.
2nd of January, every 4 hours. So I think it's like 3, 7, and 11 p.m. AEDT. And there's another time, I can't remember. Maybe it's after that. But if you want to check it out until the
How
2nd
long
of
was the
January.
show, sir?
It runs for an hour.
Yeah, awesome.
And it's like,
Yeah.
and it's a bunch of really cool songs. And
For a
it's
free concert.
Yeah.
yeah.
At the
For
end,
free?
did
Yeah.
you walk out all sweaty from the mosh and be like, Middo, and find each other at the end?
No, we never found each other. I think, and Middo was on Switch and I was on the phone, and I don't know if it was just like, because we were definitely in the same
Yeah,
instance.
right, it was not-
Because there was a point where Middo was like, I'm standing next to the green person who's doing this emote, and I'm like, I'm standing there too. But it's like I was a ghost, and we couldn't see each other. It was weird.
Well, since you couldn't find Middo, maybe Middo could be the keyword for your present role?
Yes,
M-I-T-T-O.
do it.
M-I-T-T-O is the keyword for the present role. We get
Where's
2
Middo?
presents coming. Mitto is the keyword. Yeah, I still am trying to figure out how I feel about the concerts thing in general.
I definitely like that more than the idea. I mean, the first one being the Fortnite Ariana Grande one, or was it Travis Scott, I think?
Pretty
Hearing
Travis
that-
Scott was the first
Nothing
one.
about that ever spoke to me and went, that's cool. That was like, that's super cringe and sellouty. And then I saw it and was like, that doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be. But that definitely speaks to me more as like, that's a lovely integration of a game and an artist that feels
It
like...
was really cool, and
Yeah.
it felt authentic to her, and it was like, it was a really cool kind of like visual representation of her message and music,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was.
Sorry, I
really
may have
nice.
missed this. Were they live recordings or were they studio recordings?
They're studio recordings, but there
Yeah,
were interstitial moments of live
it's on-
dialogue
yeah,
where
yeah.
she would kind of link them all together like a story.
Yeah.
I do like a live gig that they talk a bit. The ones that just do the songs and fuck off. Ugh.
Yeah, well,
Need a little bit of banter.
What's
Need
the,
a bit of
what's
like,
the
hey,
point? Seeing them live.
how's everyone doing?
Mm.
Yeah.
Cut it.
I should say before we. I should have said this before that. I have 2 games to give away, and one of them
Is that
is
PlayStation?
blue, and one of them
What could it be?
is green.
What could it be?
So you can
Okay,
draw
well,
your
this
own
is how we'll do it.
conclusions around what console they're.
This is how we'll do it.
Bedazzle
The first person
has
that
won the
wins.
first.
Bedazzle is going to choose if they want a PlayStation game or an Xbox game.
Yeah, great.
That's good.
And then the second people can enter
Yeah.
for the remainder
Well,
if they want.
It's going to be
Well,
the
it's
same
going to be the
role
same
on Middo.
role, but Bedazzle,
Well, at least
blue or
guarantee
green,
one person
Bedazzle.
has the thing that they want.
I see. Okay, yeah.
We're in emote only, so I think we might need to stay there
Bedazzle,
for
would
the
you like
second
blue
role.
or green?
Uh,
Oh, is it?
I
Yeah.
think because we need to stay in emote only. Oh, there we go. Bedazzle.
Would you like
PC guy laughing my ass off.
All right, well.
That's okay. I have a present for you.
It's a 4080.
God damn it. I want that hoodie fan is just like, hot damn.
Oh shit, it could be a 4080. Fuck.
The box is too small.
And she's carrying it
It's,
too easily.
it's not a 4080.
Okay, good. The 4090.
Am I going to be left with the worst 2 presents to give?
No, there's big boxes down here.
Oh, there's more.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I thought there was just the shape.
Ooh. Bedazzle.
Ooh.
Prepare to be dazzled. I assume.
There, I think. Ooh.
Keep it going.
Ooh.
PC, Centro.
Ooh. Bet you're regretting not buying a console now.
It's Saints Row, and there are 2
And
cans of this drink.
Now, I can vouch for this because I drank about 14, 15 of these.
Really?
Exact ones. It's really good.
Awesome.
Does it
These
not?
2 drinks, and then there's 4 different kinds of, I think, hot sauce.
They're all hot sauces and they're all good
Nick
too.
Amazing.
Nick drank
Hot
all
sauce.
14.
And then underneath that is a t-shirt and I think a jacket.
Cool.
I think is that a jacket?
I threw them out.
What?
Did
What?
The giveaway.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I want to give away something of
Did
quality.
you-
But the beer was great.
Oh, it's a beer, right?
Yeah,
Oh, it's alcohol.
yeah. So that's beer and that's hot sauce.
Are you 18?
Are you over 18?
Bedazzle.
You're a PC
Are you
guy.
over 18? You're a PC guy.
That
PC,
means you're
not
18
a PC boy,
plus.
a PC guy.
We'll
Yeah.
find out.
It means you own a PC, which means you're old enough to afford a PC, which
Bedazzle
means
is
you're old
over
enough to
18.
drink a beer.
Second roll?
Cool.
roll?
Second roll. On that middo.
Well, that's good.
Back to
This person now gets to pick
yeah. If they want
PC or PlayStation
That's
or
true.
Xbox.
Unless they're a Switch boy or
Jack
man or woman.
2519.
Jack 2519
Jack
won the
2519,
giveaway.
would you like a PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation
Are they
or
the same
Xbox?
game?
No.
Ooh.
I remember what the Xbox one is. I don't remember what the PlayStation one is.
Oh God,
Yeah, same.
Okay. Xbox. Jack? Was it Jack?
was that the right choice?
Xbox.
Let's
I
find
think
out.
it was the
Right
right
choice.
choice.
I'm gonna tell you whether or not it was the right choice. Yeah, that's not bad.
It's kind of perfect.
It's Goat Simulator.
No. 4?
3.
Xbox Series
Wait,
X.
3, but
Three.
there was never a 2.
Goat Simulator 3.
Yeah,
It's the pre-udder edition.
the new one.
Pre-order edition.
That game's
And
actually fun.
It's kind of a perfect game because it's good, but you would never have bought it.
Yeah, that's
You'd
true.
never
That's a
buy
great
it.
point.
Yeah.
That's
Never
a
buy
great
it.
point.
Yeah.
But you've got it.
But you
Merry-
never buy it. But
Merry,
you got
Merry
it.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jack. Gus, what have you been playing?
I have been playing a absolutely delightful game called Wavetail. A game that actually came out on Stadia about a year ago and existed only in the world of Stadia, so I doubt many people played it. And it has just come out on console, maybe PC, but it is definitely Switch and Xbox, PlayStation.
Haven't you played this game already?
I have not. No. But Nick did point it out to me and he said, hey, this looks like a U game.
I literally was going
water.
through our code redemption website and I was like, Wavetail. That sounds like a Gus
That
game.
sounds like
The
a
same way that sometimes I
Stories and
see
water?
4-player horror asynchronous gameplay. That's a Steph game.
Who would want that?
Who would want that? Everyone should want this. This was an absolute delight. This is a game where you play as Sigrid, this young girl who lives with her grandmother on an island in a sort of post-apocalyptic flooded world. And
You've definitely played this game.
so much.
The one you're probably thinking of is Windbound. I
No,
think,
we're
which
thinking
was,
of all of them.
well, yeah, Windbound was on the Switch at the start of last year, potentially, where you built a boat and sailed around in it.
Yeah, but
It's
what
actually
about
very-
what about Ocean Dream? And there was Sea Spray, and then there was also the
Raft.
The one we spoke to the developers, you
Raft,
played
and
Raft.
then
We-
Depth Dreams.
Stop it! You're just making them up.
I made
You're
all of
doing
them
a
up
very
except
good
for
job.
Raft.
Very
But he thought they were real. That's
did.
what it is.
similar initially, thinking I thought this would be quite similar to the Depth.
All the other
Dreams.
games that he just
Shut
read
up.
up.
The one we
What's the
spoke
one where you like?
to.
What's the one where you like a chain the attacks from one to the other and you
I don't
move
know.
quite quickly?
It's similar to the one where you played a girl and her brother on the
On the
flooded
little-
world,
the,
which was also a Stadia game we spoke to the dev.
Post-apocalyptic, and we spoke to the dev.
And I thought, oh, it's going to be the exact same kind of game as that. Apart from the setting,
Depth
it is
Dream.
incredibly
Submerged.
Submerged.
And then
Thank you.
Submerged Hidden Depth.
Submerged hidden depth.
Right.
This is very different gameplay-wise and far more, I would say, far more action-orientated and
I like
a
how
lot
fast
more.
you move.
The movement is what I'll get to is the best thing about this game. You live on an island with your grandma. There's like a fog that's around the islands, therefore inhibiting you from getting anywhere. And you quickly realize no one can swim. And you step out into the water and you are met by this shadow creature that mimics your moves. And by that, she steps where you step. And all of a sudden, you can walk on the water. So it's not a sailing game. It's not a, windbound.
It's a
anything like
Jesus
that.
game.
It's a Jesus game. It is a game where you traverse the water in this incredibly satisfying and fun movement system where you surf and glide and run around on the water between the islands. What it then evolves into is a fairly linear and very short game. I'd say this is only about 3 hours long. You can knock it over in 2 sittings. And it's a short, linear narrative that sends you between islands to meet locals and to collect sparks and to bring to life machinery and fight off a big bad that's quite mysterious. All the while uncovering a mystery of your mother who no longer exists, and with your cheeky and very headstrong and one of the best voice acting I've heard all year, Grandma, who is one of the greatest characters I've run into in a game. It is incredibly satisfying. It's incredibly quick. It is incredibly the Sonic game we should have fucking had. It feels like
You nailed it.
you can link all this movement and speed, and it's so forgiving, and there's no real fail state that you zip line to these little catapults that send you around the world. And as you traverse between islands, you head off in an open area, much like Sonic Frontiers. But you're taking little like zip lines and slides and gliding and timing your jumps, and it is just really satisfying.
What are you playing this on? Sorry, Switch.
So I played this on Xbox, but it's on both consoles, PC and Switch. But
it was originally for
it was
Stadia.
on Stadia.
So it was one of those like commissions that like.
I believe so. It was like in development, and they were like, Stadia gave them the money and said it can be an exclusive. Stadia's gone now, so it's now found its way onto everything else, which is great because I think everyone should give this a go. It was really fantastic. The weaker points quickly were the combat. She wields this net, and there are those like black creatures of ooze that move around. The combat is really floaty, and it's almost inconsequential at one point. You just realize later in the game you just can fly past everything and not engage with it all.
Oh, right.
But basically the game amounts to moving to these islands and doing these, I wouldn't even call them puzzles. They're just linear towers that you activate as you move through them. Using a combination of double jumping, dashing, hovering, which is really satisfying, and linking to these sort of link points that catapult you around. It's wonderful. It just like, it was so gratifying to move around these spaces. I never for a second, the design of them all is really straightforward. You never for a second stood there going, I don't know what to do next. It was really, which is probably why I knocked it over in like 2 hours or so.
$40 on Steam. That was I was like, how much is it?
Yeah, interesting. It does
Yeah,
feel
okay.
like something that should have been on a Game Pass kind of.
I was
vibe.
just about to say, if this is on Game Pass, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I played it almost feeling, obviously got code, so I kind of thought this feels like that kind of game. That is a steep price for what is really only, I'd say, a 3.5 hour game. However, and I'm probably a minority in this, I think it doesn't outstay its welcome. That's like the perfect amount of time to play this game. And I do find myself playing and not finishing a lot of games. And
What if
that
they're
was
just trying to recoup a bit of money and then it'll come to Game Pass
potentially. I
eventually?
think there could be a price drop on this, or, you know, maybe PC's a tad. Yeah, I don't know. But it was just really lovely to get to the end of the story, which then turns into a story that actually, like tugs at the heartstrings. Like it nails an ending. It fucking came
Grandma?
out of nowhere, and I was like,
Grandma?
it's not just the grandma doesn't die. No spoilers, but that's what you're thinking.
That's a massive spot.
It turns into
But you
more.
set him up for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
were like,
that's
no, the grandma. I'm like,
Come on.
no, it really in a
Baited
game
him.
in a game like a lot of these AA games where they just kind of the end is a bit
Shadow
of
Spirit does.
a soft ending of like, okay, I guess you saved everything, but maybe there's more to do. End credits. Windbound was a game that just didn't have an ending; it just stopped, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Isn't this Windbound?
This totally nailed the ending, and I was just happy to have finished a game in 3.5 hours. I was like, that was great.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that. I'm
Mo
done.
Glitter says I'll definitely be wishlisting this and waiting for a sale, which is
Yeah,
a good
I
point
think
as
that's
well.
a-
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
wishlist
this
it.
could be a good Christmas sale game.
But like, 9 out of 10, no notes.
9 out of 10.
Good.
No,
9
no.
out of 10.
It was
No
so
notes.
good.
Game of the year?
Literally
my
said the
favorite
Better than
games-
Elden Ring?
One of my favorite games this year.
Oh
Like,
my
If
god.
anything, just
lovely.
for the sense of accomplishment it gave you because it's so short.
You are such a slut for Poseidon. My god.
there was more to do that I didn't, which was there are optional quests around on the islands of characters.
You
But
mainlined it.
I think, yeah, I mainlined it. And I think the reason I didn't do those optional quests is that the only other currency you're earning are these mini sparks, which you buy cosmetic outfits and stuff. There's no upgradable skills.
But
which
what are
I
you
think-
wearing, Gus? Nothing. Her feet are bare.
Yeah, but she's got a she's barefoot skiing
That's the
around
basic
map.
outfit.
Yeah.
I had a crazy skeleton shark helmet at
Big
the
P
end I
likes
was
it.
running around.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you had
I went nuts with the cosmetics.
You had
Like,
drip.
me? Yeah, I totally had drip. But yeah, I think it's a longer game if you really.
There's a
stay
free
in
demo,
that
says
world.
B-Dazzle.
Great, yeah, check that out at least and see if it does scratch the itch. But it was really lovely and really solid, and again, really surprising ending that's paid off. It's lovely. Yeah.
Great. This isn't on the list. We've got to be super fast. It's 9 o'clock already. We've got so much fucking show to go.
Christmas.
We're not doing. We're not
I got
doing.
through mine.
No. No.
My save file didn't transfer. No, I'm just joking.
No. Before you go to your presents. Oh, hang
A
on.
valid issue that other people might encounter.
Pick a code so we can get the roll going.
Oh, drip.
Drip. Cool. You and I both played Vampire Survivors on mobile.
Yeah,
which
right.
dropped.
Yeah.
I was surprised because you and I agreed on it, and then Pete said that he'd seen a lot of praise for the mobile version.
On Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah, right.
me, I found it almost unplayable just because it just did not have the fine finesse that
Totally,
in a Vampire Survivors. It's like weaving through the smallest gap,
you
and
pick a
using
word?
the thumb just did not work.
Drip.
Drip is the word
Drip is the
for
word.
the
Was the
giveaway.
word.
Drip.
Drip for a Prezi. Yeah, I imagine that a huge amount of people like me, I very quickly started and then plugged a controller in, or I've got a controller and was like, oh, this is great. This is exactly like it is on PC. And imagine if you had a backbone or if you had a controller, that would be perfect for it. But no, it's fucking atrocious with the touchscreen.
Yeah.
Your thumb is like you can switch it to landscape as well, but
I just found the thumb is just like the.
I
it's
hated
so
it
hard,
straight
like
away.
constant. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but it did make me go back and start playing Vampire Survivors again. It's such a fantastic game.
9 out of 10.
God, it's so good.
No
easily,
notes.
no.
No notes, literally no notes on Vampire Survivors. It's almost a 10 out of 10 game
It
because
almost
it
is.
perfectly
Notes.
does the thing it wants to do.
Is that one?
That's a present. You grabbed it.
That's a
I assume
present?
so.
Did you write this?
Mhm.
Okay.
8-bit taco.
8-bit taco.
Merry Christmas. You have won you've been gifted also by winning a Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope Peach character.
Adorable.
Adorable.
Rabbit
It sucks.
Peach.
You could have had a whole Sparks of Hope set.
Yeah,
Why
or
is
a
that not in the
keyboard.
set?
And you got that instead. I don't know. It was sitting loose, I guess.
Add something to it? The shapes. You get the shapes as well.
Yeah, you want some old
Stale
shapes?
shapes?
Stale shapes?
Rabbid Peach, Lapin Peach. Oh, it's
What
French.
flavors shapes? Given an anniversary pin?
Anniversary pin.
And a pin as well.
Oh, look at
Nice.
these Vegemite and
Like
cheese
a-
shapes.
What's the
Ooh,
expiry
they're
date?
They're gonna go great through the
What
post.
is the expiry
What's the
date?
expiry?
The expiry date is the 25th, 26th of the 5th, 2022.
Yeah.
So that's a collector's edition.
You get those as well.
Put that with the hoodie.
One more roll.
One more roll.
Pick.
One more roll. One more roll. Of drip.
What could it be?
Our second drip champion, Bronte Mandrick.
Bronte Mandrake. Bronte Mandrake? Derek?
Derek? Mandrick.
Merry Christmas. You've won yourself a soft thing.
Ooh.
And soft means
Ooh, a
clothing.
tote bag.
But it
Oh.
also means a Horizon Forbidden West tote bag
Ooh.
with things in
Collector's
it,
edition.
including Horizon Forbidden West box. Possible game? No.
We don't even know.
Contains
know.
80
What's it?
pieces.
It's
Puzzle?
a puzzle.
A puzzle! Oh my god.
Way better than the actual game.
That's 80 hours of gameplay right there.
I can't believe you were like, you won the game, and it's like, no, it's a fucking jigsaw.
Hang on.
80 piece though.
Hang on.
And 80-piece puzzle.
There's
And
no way what you're pulling out of that bag is going to be anything
I don't think it's a
better than
puzzle. I
what
think
it
it's a
is.
builder thing.
Oh,
right?
this is that sick t-shirt.
What's
What's
sick
a cool
about it?
color?
So-
It's a great color.
Fucking hell, you oversold
A
everything.
blue
in that.
t-shirt. It's that sick t-shirt. Oh,
This
wait, I
isn't-
just like the color.
Is this a puzzle? It's like it's a 3D puzzle. Like
Yeah,
it's
right.
you build
that's
a
a bit better. That's
tower.
a bit better.
That's a sick
You're gonna
buzz.
build a giraffe head
And-
thing.
Giraffe
Soap?
head.
Something smells
I
soapy.
think it's soap.
No?
Horizon Edible.
What is that?
That's
that's,
Aloy's
That's
fucking ear
Aloy's-
thing.
Yeah.
You would know
Yeah.
as someone who played so much Horizon Forbidden
love
West.
her- Oh, it's
so
her
much.
ear.
Remember
Her
how
ear thing.
how much you fought for it?
It's her.
It's squeegee. Is it like a
Chalice-
car?
Light up
Foible.
keychain.
It's her.
No, it's her,
Hang
on. Her-
filibuster.
Wait, what? Focus.
Focus. I knew it started with F.
I would have thought click. It's a light up.
It's her foible. It's her fatal flaw.
It's a light up keychain apparently. Glow in the dark.
It doesn't light up. It doesn't glow in the
probably
dark
did.
It's a
either.
disaster.
Like
It may
a year
have.
ago when we received
This
it.
is a disaster.
Hey,
It lit
every-
up for a second, says chat.
every
Did it?
time
yeah.
we do a giveaway for Christmas,
Can you close it?
the caveat is some of the gifts are
Close it again?
shit, some of them are good,
It's
Exactly.
way dimmer than
and that's just part of it.
That's just part of it.
It is a scam, girl poke.
It is a scam.
It is a scam.
It is a scam. Okay, cool.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, we're going to go to a short ad break, and we'll be back with more Back Pocket after this. Be great.
Hey, didn't see you there. Must be time for another. Wait, run, go, go, go. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, deep breath. Cheese, 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 cheese. Not you. Cheese, 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 cheese. Papa B. Mac recommends cheese. And I am sorry if you are lactose intolerant.
Australia, we've got something to tell you. We've got news for you. Gonna put some wheels in motion. Get ready, because we're coming through. The VegaBus is coming. And everybody's jumping. Tullamarine to Bendigo. An interstate free disco. The wheels of steel are turning, and the traffic lights are burning. So if you like to party, get on and move your body. We like to party. We like to party. The VegaBus is coming. Paid for and sponsored by the We Like to Party Party.
I would like to see everyone's memory of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
So this is Tasmania,
Accurate.
and he's in there somewhere. This is Hobart.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what Tasmania was famous for. I thought maybe oysters, but I'm not sure. This is some water. There's some trees, and I'm sure they've got some rocks.
Are they rocks?
Here be treasure.
Okay.
That's Nessie.
Stupid ship.
Wait, of course.
That's Nessie. She's
Nessie.
down there. Yeah.
Hey, we don't know that Nessie's
That's
never
too
been
cold
down
for
there.
Nessie.
That's
Oh,
true.
Nessie likes it cold.
And that is Harold Holt with a nice set of titties.
You know what? Accurate with Harold Holt.
I think the three of us should
should
roll
press.
in mud and then get our dicks out.
The boobs are like, they are to be looked at.
Is it a sex thing?
I've got a thin porpoise dick that's like headed up in that direction.
Belling, aka Nicrotex, and PocketPals is back for Season 2, baby! PocketPals is our community-focused show where I gather a posse of Pocketeers to play games and keep the studio seats virtually warm over the holiday period, and I want you to join me. This year, we're taking PocketPals to new heights. All of the trivia games you remember from last year are making a comeback alongside a whole host of brand new games that I've been cooking up over the previous year. In 2021, we had an amazing 12 guests, but this year, we wanted to make it even more inclusive. And so this time round, we have a huge 24 guest spots available. PocketPals Season 2 will have double the guests, triple the games. Still the same number of episodes though, there's only time to do 4 of them. Head to backpocket.gg right now to apply. Applications close on Friday the 23rd of December 2022. Join me and ring in Backpocket's 2023 season with PocketPals Season 2.
Welcome back to the show. Before we move on, a big, holy shit, Minnow.
Wow.
A big holy
All
shit.
I
on.
can say is wow.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
Strong chaotic energy. That's the best compliment I've ever gotten. My chaotic energy was strong with the waiter today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was a beautiful man.
Gorgeous waiter, if you're watching. If you're watching,
I arrived at lunch and like everyone at the table was like, "There is a very hot waiter here."
As he walked away for the first time, Nick and him did 3 head checks back. He looked, then he looked away, then Nick looked, then he looked back. 2 more times.
There
It was
was a
like, what
moment.
is happening?
We caught eyes. He looks like a fucking lead singer of an emo band.
He did, didn't
oh
he?
my god.
Was it the guy with the bleached hair?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
But Middo, that was fantastic. I would absolutely play that game. Speaking of fantastic, the fantastic Nick Belling, aka Nicrotex, is here. And as you saw, it's fantastic because you are going to be taking over the Back Pocket channel for the holidays again.
Yay! Yes, that's exactly what I will be doing. Starting not next week, but the week after for 4 weeks straight, we will be doing PocketPals Season 2 while these guys are taking their well-deserved break, getting ready for 2023.
Yay!
hero.
How exciting!
And like
No idea.
And like you should, you're toning it down. It's going to be quieter.
Yeah.
It'll be easier. Less pressure on you. Less pressure on the
totally,
guests.
Less cousins.
Less
Less
cousins.
cousins, yes. Yeah. No. I didn't feel like punishing myself enough, and I wanted to make my computer melt. So I'm bringing in 6 guests per episode this time for a total of 24 people. And it's going to be like a gaming style version of Spics and Specs, basically.
Lovely.
So like a 2-team trivia show, mainly because the trivia games seemed to be the most successful part last year. So yeah, I've been kind of like pushing through and working on. I've been coming up with various different games over the year. So I've got. We had, I think,
It's years now.
it's years now.
Yeah.
Technically,
It's officially years.
Yeah.
Because you started working on this at the end of 2021.
T1.
Yes.
We're at least 370 days in.
That's yep. Yeah, totally. Yeah, so I think we had like 6 bespoke games this year. I think so far I'm up to 15. So every episode will be super different. There's all sorts of different games that we're going to be able to play.
Can I join one of these? This sounds
Absolutely.
fun.
I know.
Yeah.
I've already like muscled my way in. I'm like, I know this is like a chance for the community to get involved, but like, can it have
What if it was just
me
all the
in
Back
it?
Pocket hosts?
Because the thing that you're doing sounds fun.
So there is a link. If you go to backpocket.gg now, there is a link to the application form. And I will warn you, it's a bit longer than last year's. The reason being, because it's going to be mainly trivia focused, I do want to make sure that I'm catering to kind of what everyone understands their like gaming history to be, what eras they're familiar with.
You're going to cater it
Tailor
to the
It's
people.
basically mastermind.
Oh, that
rather
is
than a
so
quiz show.
much extra work that
It
you've done
sure
for yourself.
is.
Why didn't you just weed out all the lying shit?
Yeah, well, mainly I want to balance it. I want to balance it for people with, I want to put someone on a team who may have been, born after the year 2000 and primarily be a console gamer, with someone who's been.
That's true. We have a very broad audience.
Yeah, with someone who's like been a PC gamer since the early 90s.
People who like have never seen The Matrix, for example.
Exactly.
And don't
They
get
won't be
really
excited.
seen
Or the
Raiders of
Indiana
Lost Ark.
Jones.
Any Indiana Jones
Yeah.
film, Bird on the
Yeah.
Wire,
Yeah.
Terminator 2. What sort of
Sick fuck.
asshole?
Would you put on your channel? Yeah.
Good.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It's going to be amazing to watch.
Of course.
Exciting.
And that's a lot of work.
It is, but I think it's going to be great.
Now, before we get to your other reason to be here, we've got we've got some housekeeping that we need to do because you mentioned that you might melt your computer, and if you did melt your computer, you would need a new computer.
I would.
And where would you buy that computer?
I would buy that computer from Dream PC.
You would buy that computer from Dream PC. John Brand. You absolutely would. You would get to go.dreampc.com.au/backpocket and make your dream PC come true. They have an easy-to-configure system on their website to build a PC, bespoke systems that are built to order. They're an authorized Australian market parts seller, and they give live updates via their build tracker. You can find out exactly when they put in the cooling system, which prevents your PC from melting.
They will not melt.
The
Certified.
the wonderful thing about a computer is it's so versatile.
Yeah.
You could play games on it, sure.
Yeah.
But you could also watch films on it.
You could.
Absolutely.
Films like Raise the Lost Ark, Terminator 2.
No.
But on wire.
Yeah.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now that was worth
I
melting.
hear that one's a favourite.
Yeah.
What movie are you most ashamed that you haven't seen?
Oh, man. There's a lot
Or
of...
the one that shocks the most people?
What's the one you lie about the most? You
Oh,
probably
that's
don't.
good
But when
too.
everyone says you kind of don't tell everyone you haven't
Oh,
watched it.
yeah. I mean, it's probably the Indiana Jones thing. I'm so sorry.
I love that for a second you feel bad and then you say that and you're like, I don't feel bad.
I don't respect that man's opinion on anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of early 2000s comedy films that are really popular.
But I feel like you're missing out on too much
Oh,
there.
you fucking are. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
Oh, fuck.
I
Don't.
haven't seen
The
that.
best
I
film
have
ever
actually
made.
seen
Good,
that, yeah,
good.
yeah.
I mean, that
Dumb
was
and
the
Dumber,
90s,
the
but
sequel. Oh,
Sorry,
what film?
That was the 90s, but yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. But
They
yeah,
were two of my
but still.
cousins.
Yeah, good. Good. Okay, great.
very good.
Well, if you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, you can watch Dumb and Dumber on a Dream PC. You could also play a variety of video games. You could put together some spreadsheets. You could
Wow, really? Running the gamut of computering.
edit a photo. You could open up Notepad and take or you could use what I use, which is Sublime Text.
Great text editor.
Such a good text editor. And I saw that because Josh has been using it here, and I looked at it. I was like, fuck, what's a good text editor? So I'm now using it. I mean, you are in IT, so you probably have legitimate reasons why it's a good text editor. For me, I'm just like, I look fancy when I'm using it.
Yeah, I was going to say, what can a text editor do that the basic ones can't?
This one has a number next to each new line that you put there. So
I
it's
don't
like,
that.
it says like line 3. So I feel like I'm coding.
Interesting.
That's what it is. So I now make all my notes there. That's what I keep all my notes.
Sublime
That
over
would confuse
Notepad
me.
Plus Plus.
Yes.
Interesting.
Just because it's prettier.
People love and Sublime. It's very pretty.
Is feature rich?
I don't know. I haven't
I'll
used
take pretty.
Notepad Plus Plus
Yeah,
in
okay.
a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go. Cool. Well, you can do it all on
When
Dream
you
PC.
when you type, does it
right.
just go on forever, like in Notepad, and you have to hit
No,
enter?
no, it knows to rap
You can
because
word rap.
it fucking understands that.
Oh, you
Hey,
can
guess
rap.
what?
That too.
Sometimes you don't want to just type off the edge of your screen.
And then when you
like an
paste it
idiot.
into something else, it's like a random enter. And
Ridiculous.
yeah,
God
stupid.
damn it. Okay, cool. So head to Dream PC to check out the PCs that they have on offer. What the
What? Wait.
disaster?
God, I've been waiting to do that.
You didn't give us any warning.
You're a human puppet. Your dream.
Have you seen when people take the old Star Trek episodes? We're
and
talking like
stabilize them.
they stabilize them because all they used to do is
that's
pretend
so
to
funny.
be knocked around.
That's so
They
funny.
stabilize it, so it's just watching the crew just run around a flat room.
Oh,
and watch
yeah,
it after.
that's
Yeah,
amazing.
amazing.
That's
That's
amazing.
Okay. We before we get to the my dad just sent me a text message. Said, "Great show, darling. You are very good with marketing your sponsors." So thanks very much, Dad. That's lovely. And speaking of parents, Peyton's mum's watching as well.
Hi, Peyton's mum.
Hi, Peyton's mum.
Say something in chat, Peyton's mum. Cool. Before we move on, the Game Awards.
Yes.
They happened this week.
Oh,
We had some predictions last week.
I'm being the statue.
poor fucking Nicrotex has to sit
Of
through all this.
course.
No, it's
yeah.
all good. I sat through every other show that you've done.
Wow.
Fucking
Wow.
on point. Cheers to that.
So true.
Love you.
That is the most hurtful thing.
Christ.
That's
so true.
It's so true.
Oh, man, it's too real. Sorry.
So we did. So okay, here's the problem. We made a bunch of predictions as to who would win which category.
Yep.
We were like, the winner of that will get a compliment from everyone in the group.
Oh.
There are 3 winners because it's a 3-way tie.
So
what
can
if-
I make a proposal?
What
Do
if
we
all the
neg
3
the
winners
loser?
neg the loser? Yeah, totally. Oh my god, wait.
Oh, no,
I really
unless
hope that's not what everyone agrees to, because coming in with 5 points was Nick,
Hey.
and equals 6 was you 3. So okay, all right, go ahead, hit me. Come on,
All
I
right.
can take it. It's the
I'm
end
just
of the
gonna
year.
fire up quick.
Remember, my dad's watching.
I'm just gonna fire up quick because why you got one in the bank already?
It's like we've got 20 seconds.
We're not actually doing this.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, you got it.
quick
now.
throw
Come
things
on,
like-
it's fine. Come on.
Those shorts?
Yes, these shorts. That's you.
You can't damage that. They're great shorts.
I was going for
a
a
soft
soft one.
Yeah. I mean, last week was so easy with the socks and sandals.
It looked great.
That's mine.
Water off a duck's back. Nick, you can have one.
Oh, I did mine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the best one.
Steph, cut him
You
decent.
are
Keeping in mind that you and I are about to spend 2 hours in a car together.
you are a man.
Holy shit.
Oh, interesting.
Wow. Wow. Nothing I could do about it. Cool. Well, that's going to be ringing in the head for the next couple of years. Let's move on now to the next segment. Nicro's Pocket Pals.
Splash.
Yeah, we're going to play one of the games that we will be playing on Pocket Pals this year, and that game is called Lightly Steamed. And the premise of Lightly Steamed is that I am going to read out some Steam reviews for video games. The Steam reviews will be for hit games that you are all very, very aware of. However, all the reviews will be negative.
Would you say you've catered this to our specific area of interest?
Probably not.
Oh.
And are the games
Lazy.
Are the games bad games, or you
No,
just pick
they're
negative
all-
reviews?
They
of
are
games.
negative reviews of
hits?
basically good games.
Cool.
Right.
Awesome.
So much like what we just did, people who are forcing a negative opinion
Exactly.
on something they love.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys.
Walk it back. There
Nice.
it is. You man.
Drunk.
Yeah, you filthy man.
So each game will have 5 reviews. The first review will be very obscure, but each review will add a detail that will make it
make it more
clearer.
obvious what the
Oh,
game. That's
good.
very good.
Much like
Yeah, this
a
is like
game
that
That's like
game.
when you reveal trivia and it's like this person wears a jaunty hat
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
red and they go down pipes.
No
Yeah.
one remembers
Yeah.
the home zone.
This is like that classic game, The Home Zone.
No.
Yeah, so it will be 5 points if you get it on the first review, all the way down to 1 point if you get it. Whoever gets it on the final.
Love it.
Taking turns.
So we buzz in.
So you can just buzz in.
Okay.
Okay.
What are our buzzers?
Whatever you want.
Damn it, that was going to be mine. We're going to have very similar, and we're going to be on either side of it.
That's fine.
I'm just going to yell me.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
I'll yell me.
We ready for the first
No,
one?
can all
that's
yell
my
me.
one, Peter.
No, it's not about who's won. It's just if we all yell me, I think that's good.
All right.
Hardy.
Okay. This first review comes in from N Henley 32, who does not recommend this game and has 0.4 hours on record, and says, "How could this game have so many glowing reviews? No objectives, terrible movement, poor camera work, no voiceovers, no way to save progress, no commentary or character screen, etc., etc. Thanking my lucky stars."
Journey.
It is not Journey.
Damn it.
Thanking my lucky stars that I
Journey
didn't
on
pay
Steam?
full price.
Is he allowed to guess again, or is he out?
Not
out.
for
Fuck
this
off.
review.
Ah.
What the fuck? That was a rule?
Yeah, of
It
course
is
it's a
now.
rule.
When I show the next review, you can.
Yeah.
So
For
you
the same
can't
game,
keep
you
guessing
can
for
guess.
this
You
one
can't keep guessing
part.
this game.
Yeah.
No. For the next review for the same game.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool.
No voiceovers, no way to save progress.
Well, it won't be the same game, right?
Gus? Did you?
Tetris.
It is not Tetris. Okay, I'm going to move on.
Yep.
The next review comes in from Vladdy Batty, who
Great
has
name.
0.8 hours on record and says, "Great game for people who love Banjo. I hate Banjo. Fell asleep 2 times. When are they announced Bloodborne on PC?"
Banjo.
A banjo with a game with no voiceovers.
No
Like-
voiceovers, no inventory
You
management.
play the
Me.
instrument. So is it a
Me. Undertale.
It is not Undertale.
Okay. Outer Wilds.
It is.
Oh,
yes.
well done.
Nice.
Fuck
See, I was throwing
yeah.
because you said they were generally
Wow.
perceived as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though they are.
That hurt more than the insult.
Okay. So Pete, I believe you get 4 points for that one.
Yeah, I'll take them.
What? Huh?
No, sorry, you get 4 points. Sorry,
I'll take 'em.
I'm so sorry. Nick gets 4 points for that. I'll track it better on the real show. Don't worry.
I was like, I really
I
don't
don't understand
the
this
rules
game
of this game.
Okay, game 2. Cribbuff doesn't recommend this game with 3.2 hours on
Ooh,
record.
okay.
And they say, "I will Elmer-mate the middle class."
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, fuck.
Civilization 6.
It is not Civ 6.
Well, yeah, I guess we all better have a guess on this if it's open again. on the
Papers,
next round.
please.
It's totally open. It's not Papers, Please.
Me. Fable 3.
No,
I feel like we're all heading in the wrong direction. The Sims.
it's not The Sims. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Real Y700 has 352.1 hours
Oh
on
my
record.
God,
In this
what
game.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
So it's a live service game.
So
or
They
something.
do not recommend this game, and they say there was no part where he killed us.
What?
There's no part where...
Is this like a review bomb situation?
No.
There There's no
352. They may have just left it running on their PC
They're
and
not
forgot
getting a
about it.
refund.
That's for sure. Not. No, the 350.1
There was no-
hours.
It's not
too
like-
far, too deep into it.
No.
All right, I'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
This is for 3 points now. Internet Fail has 1.4 hours on record and says, character told me that he would come to find me to bury my body if I did not show up after an hour. Being the stubborn person I am, I waited for over an hour in the same spot and he never arrived. Terrible game design.
Find me to bury
1.4
my
hours, though,
body.
to have that reaction.
It's the same as the last one saying...
Me, Fallout 4.
It is not Fallout 4.
Same
Is it a
spot.
Far Cry
No, he
game?
did come back.
He did
I was thinking
come
that's
back.
Far Cry 4.
He
and
couldn't
it
have
does
waited
come
over an
back.
hour in the same spot. He's only played an hour of the game. This is bullshit.
All right, I'll move on to the next one. What the fuck? Blocklander7259 has 4 hours on record and says, bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Amazing. Is this meant to be helpful at all?
Yeah.
There's a clip.
You will understand when you know what the game is.
Bring
So
me
it's got
pictures.
it's got
J.
fucking
Jonah
J.
Jameson.
Jameson. It's
Whiplash.
It's Whiplash, the video game. Will?
Is it Portal 2?
It is
Nice.
Portal 2. Well done.
What?
Damn it, I was going to suggest Portal 2, like, 2
So
guesses
someone
ago.
says they
Damn
were
it.
going to bury me. Yeah, right. Is that like an interaction? that you
Yeah, I
have with
think
a
that's
little
something
character?
you have with Wheatley.
Yeah.
So that's 2 points
300
for you.
hours in Portal 2.
Yeah. Insane,
Wow.
right?
That is crazy.
Okay.
What's the Spider-Man thing?
So
J.
that's
Jonah Jameson, the voice actor.
he does a voice of the guy in the paint.
Oh,
guy who's like, hey,
and
thanks
then
for
he
joining.
owns the global
Yes.
paper,
Yeah.
and he says, "Bring me pictures of Spider-Man." Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Nick, can I
Phaser
just
Man.
get, can I just get a point? How many points? Where are the points going?
2 points to Nick for that one. Phaserman, 1.6 hours on record, does not recommend this game and says it's a movie game, can't skip the endless cutscenes. Do yourself a favor and watch a real movie with an actual script and good acting.
Me. Death Stranding?
It is not Death Stranding.
Okay.
Can't skip the endless cutscenes.
Me.
Mhm.
Heavy Rain.
It's not Heavy Rain.
Real movie with actual script and good acting. It's definitely going to have an actual script and good acting. Me.
Mhm.
The Last of Us. Is that on PC
But
yet?
this is
Not quite.
Steam.
This is Steam. This
It's
is all
on-
Steam.
Yeah, no.
It's not The Last of Us. Okay, we'll move on. Berserker does not recommend this game. 46.8 hours on record and says, one of the most overrated game of all times. The game is good, but far away to be a masterpiece for me. No real bosses. The 2 boss fight are trash. 4 types of enemies for the whole game. Very shitty rewards from completing additional tasks. Trash backtracking and level design. Very, very nice graphics.
Me, God of War.
It is God of War.
Well
Well
done.
done. So I believe that was 2?
Well done.
No, 4 points for Pete.
Well done.
All right.
I'll take him. This time.
Does everything just come to PC in the end?
Okay.
Yep.
Next game.
inevitable.
Bixune does not recommend this game with 1.3 hours on record, and they say, given to me by my boyfriend, simple graphics, incredibly simple controls, forward, backward, grab, jump, still challenging as there are no instructions or tutorials. The only way I found any of the controls was by going into the settings. The game seems to have zero plot and an absolute lack of words. Gameplay is boring. Would not recommend.
Me.
Steph.
Is it Minecraft?
It is not Minecraft.
Grab, jump. Yeah, interesting.
Me. Fall Guys.
Fall Guys?
Yeah.
No, it's not Fall Guys.
Good try, though.
Could try that. You can only go
Grab and jump.
move and grab and jump.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Yep. Me.
Mm-hmm.
The duck, horse, whatever the fuck that game is. Horse, duck, or whatever
It
it's
is
called.
not whatever the fuck that game
Okay,
is.
cool.
What about the one where you are like a blob and it was like Gang Beasts, but you're a
No one
person?
say it. She has to remember the name. And there are 3 seconds left.
Ah!
Like
I haven't guessed yet. Is it Inside?
It is
The one where
Inside.
you're a blob?
Hey,
Well
5.
done. 5 points for Gus.
Yes.
That went for too long though. He gave him too much time.
All right. Next game. Emperor to Dose Emptidose does not recommend this game. 1.6 hours on record. They say, this game is smarter than me and goes out of its way to try to prove it. If you like that in a game, or if you are smarter than I am, then maybe you will enjoy it. I do not.
Me.
Nick.
The witness.
I was about to
It
say
is
that as
not
well.
the witness.
Oh, okay. This is smarter than me.
I know the other one.
Me, the Stanley Parable.
It is not the Stanley Parable.
Me, Dr. Lanscombe. And
Mr. Lanscombe.
Game? No, it's not that. Does
me?
know.
Yes. How does way to prove it?
All right, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one comes in from MySpace Nihilist, 4.5 hours on record, and they say, dear God,
Me.
this game is pretentious.
Braid.
It is Braid.
I knew it was one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
boy.
Nice.
Can I just show you my favorite?
bro.
My favorite
Please.
review for this
Please.
game
Yeah.
was from Ketos420, who says more like bread.
Is that number one? Is that the
was
final clue?
no,
Sorry,
that
number
was
five?
that was the third one.
Yeah,
the fourth
right.
one was more like Jonathan Blows. Okay.
12 hours.
Fuck, that's good. Oh my god, that's good.
Okay. Next game, Venya. 209.3 hours on record for this game, and they say,
Jeez.
I left my husband for this game.
Well
Oh,
done.
hang on, let me just...
Just
hit a button.
emphasizing that point.
I kept leaving.
Oh, my thing is not... Hang on.
She made it they made it a GIF review.
yeah.
Okay,
All right,
I might
I'll
try
start
the
on
next.
that.
I might try the next one. Sorry.
That's all right.
Soggy onion ring. I can't date the mums.
Oh, me.
Nick.
Daddy dating.
Dream Daddy.
Dream
It's
Daddy.
not Dream Daddy.
Fuck. But it's accurate.
Very obvious.
I thought Soggy Onion Ring was going to say,
But
my
there
wife
are no
left me over this
mums.
game.
I know, because you can't date him.
My wife left me. You can't date the mums.
No, she left her husband, or he
She
left
left her
his
husband.
I was hoping the
Okay,
next
so
one
they
would
left
have,
me.
would have been, I left my wife over this.
Okay, I'll move on. Next
Yep.
one. Absurdia. Tomatoes are fruit.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Stardew Valley.
It is Stardew Valley.
Well done.
Wow.
So that's 3
You
points
can't
for
date
Peter.
the mums.
Apparently not.
Really?
I have not played Stardew Valley.
Oh.
Interesting.
Bunch of little farmer milfs that we can't get on board with.
Okay. Next game. This setup is really fragile, so I'm quite worried it will just fall apart. But
Get a dream PC, mate.
yeah, Scorp does not recommend this game with 2,109 hours on record.
What?
And they say cancer can be cured. This game's players and community cannot.
Me. Dota 2.
It was Dota 2.
Points each?
Yeah, 2.5 points each. I feel like that one's pretty obvious.
Good.
I knew when I saw 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
They get worse. Like one person in here, Natasha Bedingfield, 9,499.9 hours on record, just says people are mean.
Amazing. I like
Amazing.
you and I even had the same time. Me, Dota 2. We're splitting the points. We're getting
Yeah,
two and a half.
split
2.5 points
2.5
each.
each.
Yeah.
I feel like that one
So
was a
funny.
gimme.
People are mean.
2.5 points each.
Cool. Okay, next one. Did I break it? Belligerent Empire does not recommend this game. 1.1 hours on record. They say at $70, do some fucking quality control before releasing your turd.
Broken game.
Okay, game that come out broken.
Full price.
Jesus Christ.
Me.
Yes.
Fuck, it wasn't on Steam. I retract.
Okay.
Me, Cyberpunk 2077.
It is not Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, that's accurate.
Yeah.
What, $70?
Me, Sonic Frontiers.
No.
US.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Michelle.
Vaz Tazik does not recommend this game. 21.2 hours on record. And they say, this game has 22 gay flags and the only American flag is on the ground burning. Would not recommend this anti-American product. Gay pride okay, but American pride isn't. 0 out of 5.
Me? Is
Steph.
it Saints Row?
It is not Saints Row.
Okay, they count.
Huh. The only American flag is on the ground burning.
Okay.
Anti-American product.
All right, I'll move on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say me, Homeland.
It's not. Captain Fubar does not recommend. 59.2 hours on record. They say the campaign was as if Sicario was rewritten by Disney.
Incredible.
Sicario. Was that the Emily Blunt?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Mexican drug
I
cartel.
have seen that film.
Denis Villeneuve.
Great movie.
It's a really good movie.
Rewritten by Disney.
I mean, this is a stab in the dark. Me, phosphorus game.
Oh,
No. Oh, the
no.
What's it called?
The fucking
Phosphorus game. Phosphorus game. Chat.
Thing.
Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah,
Spec Ops: The Line.
Spec Ops the Line.
Yeah, great guess. It's not Spec Ops the Line.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't think
Rewritten by
Spec Ops the Line
Disney?
had 22 gay flags in it.
and white
but
phosphorus.
yeah, it was definitely anti.
Yeah, definitely.
American military.
All right, for 2 points.
Here it comes.
Pink Panther 1548, 3.1 hours on record. They say perm banned for no reason.
Banned.
Banned? After only 3 hours of gameplay?
Yeah, wow.
Banned implies live service game as well, or like a PvP element. How do you
Yeah.
get banned from the game? Unless you,
I was going to say, no. I mean, Ubisoft games.
This
whenever
game
on
has
Steam.
22, but it's like it's not an open.
Sicario? Is it like a Battlefield or a Call of Duty or something?
They won.
Maybe say one.
Call of Duty?
Any Call of Duty in particular?
One of them.
Sure.
The one that came out
With all the gay flags in it?
with all the gay flags in it.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022.
Yes.
2 points for Steph, please, Will.
Well done.
Mr. Steph.
All right.
I mean, I guess maybe the burning American flag was like a feature piece, but all the other gay flags were just inconsequential.
I've not
like-
played the game. I don't know if any of what they said is true.
I don't think so.
No. Okay, cool.
Don't know.
Okay. Jebba does not recommend this game. 0.9 hours on record. And they say, this would be a great game if it wasn't so terrible. I think I should charge the person who gifted me this with criminal harassment. It is a truly unique experience and will show you what the world will look like once Tumblr takes over the universe.
I guess that's a horny game.
Yeah.
Tumblr.
The horniest social media.
Tumblr was also very twee aesthetic, though. I feel like Tumblr
That's
was a lot
true.
of things. You know what I mean? It was like
It's
also
very
very
memey.
yeah, and very kind of like
Anyone got anything?
No? Okay, let's move on. For 4 points. I see therefore has 3.7 hours on record, and they say, accidentally beat this game on the first playthrough in only 6 minutes. Make of that what you will.
I see Zephyr. Sorry.
Me. Is it Undertale?
It is not Undertale.
Okay.
Me. Far Cry 4.
It's not.
Because you
Far Cry
can
4.
accidentally beat the game in the
That's
6
true.
minutes.
That's true. Maybe. They played it for 3.7 hours.
I know, right? Moving on.
First playthrough.
Okay. Nitro Enjoyer, 1.2 hours on record, says, story is cute, sure, but in the end, it's shallow and disappointing. The atmosphere is good and sometimes even creepy, though it's not supposed to be. As for gameplay, there is none, just walking and rotating objects. The whole game is over in less than 2 hours, and there is no replay value.
Oh, fuck, it could be any of them.
yeah. Rotating objects is
Yeah, me.
Mhm.
What's it called? Going home.
Gone Home.
Gone home.
It is gone home.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well
It
done.
can be finished in 6 minutes.
Apparently.
You just go home.
You just go home.
Yeah.
Just turn around and go home.
I think my favorite review is the number one, which was...
4,351
well,
hours.
No, this is...
She's a lesbian.
No, there was another one.
That's
it's not
fucking
loaded.
funny.
That's very funny. Just
Save you
save me
$20.
The one that I'm thinking of that isn't loading properly just says, save yourself $20, walk around your own house instead.
That's great.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
fucking hell.
Was that number 3?
So
Was that 3
funny.
points for Nick?
3
so
points, I believe.
funny.
Yeah. Okay. All right, this is the 10th one. Did we want to call it after this one? We are going pretty
Yeah.
late. Okay, cool. All right. Whom's to the fuck has 5.8 hours on record, and they say, maybe one of the least immersive, least interesting games I have ever played. The combat is bland, the story is beyond bad, and the vehicle sections are pointless.
Me.
Steph,
Is it Halo?
it is not Halo.
Of course.
Me.
Gus,
Arkham City?
it is not Arkham City.
Me.
Peter,
Destiny 2.
It is not Destiny 2.
Me.
Nick.
Arkham Knight.
It is not Arkham Knight.
Because you did hesitate when he was like, okay.
Okay, Jesse Ziegler has 1.3 hours on record and says, running around as a military tool and taking orders isn't my idea of fun. As far as the story goes, I'd rather read some Greg Egan.
What a flex. Wow. Military tool, taking orders, vehicle sections aren't fun.
Military tool. Not Halo.
Still, Steph's gonna guess Halo. Halo 2.
Halo 2. It's not Halo.
Me, Battlefield 1.
It's not Battlefield 1. Shall we move on?
Me, Spec Ops The Line.
It's not Spec Ops The Line.
Me. Rainbow Six Siege? No.
It is not Rainbow Six Siege. Okay.
Sorry, take it.
42.7 hours on record from an Apple Pie who does not recommend this game. And they say, game is very bugged, slow, and just plain awful experience. Not sure if it's degraded over the years or what. The other two games run just fine.
Halo 3.
It's not Halo 3.
Me.
Steph.
Mass Effect?
It is.
Oh,
Mass Effect
well
3.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Well,
My
Mass
favorite
Effect
review of this
1.
one was I should be able to kill both Caden and Ashley.
Yeah, fair.
That's great.
Cool, so that's lightly steamed.
Nice.
Cool. Well done. I
Yay.
like
Yeah.
that.
Far more like interest. Like we all genuinely had to scratch our noggins there more than the games we usually play.
I think
on
we
the
should
show.
just steal this and use it on the show.
No, we will.
Sure.
We'll
We'll just
got
get
all
you
the
to call
assets,
in
like
and
the
do
remaining
it.
Well,
Come in.
we did review, but it was your reviews, not Steam reviews.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's right.
Yeah.
What were the final scores?
Where did the last points go to? Sorry.
Steph got
3.
3.
Oh. Well, that brings a tie for last place, but equally third place, with Gus and Steph on 5.
Hey.
Pete hitting it with 9.5.
Nice.
And then Nick, you've come back after the previous competition with 15.5.
Wow.
Because-
Plus 100
Congratulations.
Peyton points, and that's all that matters, apparently. That's
Where did
it.
Peyton go?
Not here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, does that mean that Nick gets to neg the
Yep.
people that came last?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who is it?
That's a Gus and a
Steph
Steph.
and Gus.
It's me and Gus.
All right. Mute me. The audience isn't going to want to hear this. That felt good.
Sorry.
We'll be back after this short break.
Meet Nathan Rohner, a mild-mannered game dev and VR enthusiast. But a freak jewel-severed foot accident has given him hot tub cars for feet and turned him into Rollerstar. By day, Nathan must deal with the ever-crushing burden of being a brilliant indie game developer. But when the evil Dr. Pocket decides to steal all his money and not make his custom Patreon commercial for 6 months, you must use Rollerstar's flowing locks of customer loyalty to smack that pocket back into place.
Patreon? More like Patreoff.
And after a hard day of crowdfunding injustice, Rollerstar sloshes into the pants of his lovers with his sexy Joule Jet hot tub feet. And when it comes to cruising for a feed, Rollerstar rolls right into the thick of it. Hungarian slop doesn't stand a chance with Rollerstar's high-powered hot tub boost, leaping over the Central European cuisine with ease. And don't worry, kids, he washes up real good. Rollerstar. Rollerstar comes with everything you see here, plus everything you don't, including billions of hot tub-borne diseases.
Welcome to Back Pocket. Come and take a seat. Would you like the latest gaming news or any severed feet? We've got Peter and Nick Boy and Gussie and Steph. Can't forget Will, Scotty, Ben, and Swifty is next. Welcome to Back Pocket. What have we got first? We'll be drawing some game characters that can end up quite cursed. There's no need to panic. This isn't a list. We're doing podcast, so guys, check out that wrist. Welcome to Back Pocket. Up after the break, we've got gameplay and some life tips about bread eating mistakes. Be happy, be horny, do puzzles and chill. It's the post show this week. Who did you kill? Welcome to Back Pocket. Another year gone by. Now that there is a content break, I think I'm gonna cry. Unless Nicro, the hot boy, is at it again. And a bunch of guest pocketeers being invited to join us from streams over the break and play a bunch of games. Welcome to Back Pocket. Hold on to your clocks, cause the merch store has got sharding and some $80 socks. Are you scared yet? Then don't be. The mods keep us safe. Good luck in the new year. Love you all and don't chafe. Yeah, kind of dropped the ball at the end there. Sorry.
Welcome back to the show. Oh my god, amazing. User there, and also we saw Dumpdaze's comics.
I love it when things go 3 levels deep. So it was Will looked like it, and then we do the t-shirt, and now it's a song.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Extended Back Pocket universe.
Love it.
We all were just sitting here, just delighted.
So
Fantastic.
good.
Thank you, User, who we never see in chat, I feel like. It's just...
No.
Who are you?
Imagine putting that much work into submitting incredible content to the show and never actually talking to us.
I feel like we owe User something now, in that, like, it fell apart at the end because chafe was the last thing they could come up with because it rhymed, but it's not really... It's not an in-joke like the rest of the things were in-jokes. So at some point, someone needs to chafe.
I'm chafing right
canon.
now.
What if...
These new jeans? Too tight.
What if...
I'm too afraid to admit.
What if we send you one of the presents?
We should send you something good.
I thought I really had it.
I'm
there.
behind it.
I thought I fucking had it.
No,
there.
yeah, totally. I was just something like maybe User is the kind of person that doesn't want to share their address.
Yeah. They don't want to share They don't even share a pseudonym.
I had it.
They share a user and a number.
I just felt like logistically we'll never find them.
I thought I had it. That's fine. Speaking of the presents, we should do it. We'll do one each, but we'll do a 4-way roll.
Yep. We'll roll 4 times on Back Pocket.
One word, Back Pocket.
Back Pocket.
We'll
Back
bring
Pocket,
up
one
emote.
word.
We'll roll full time. We'll each take a Prezi. I'm passing this to Pete, or is there...
Barjo rated. Oh my goodness! You rated just in time, Barjo.
Thanks, buddy.
We've just gone into emote only mode. We're about to roll to give away presents.
Yes,
some of
these
them are good, some of them are shit.
Some of them are good, some of them are shit. They're like a lot of PR stuff that we get sent throughout the year. We just give it away at the end.
Write the word Back Pocket.
But people don't know what they're going to get.
No idea.
It's a lucky dip.
No idea.
It's not presents, it's gifting. Wait, are we giving it away?
It's a win. Are we giving what away?
Oh no.
What are you looking at?
The Xbox fridge.
Oh, the Xbox fridge. Yeah. It's still over there.
It's not the Xbox fridge.
Can we?
That is a treasure that we will hold on to for all time.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll do 4 versions of this.
If you've just arrived, just from the raid, just write the words Back Pocket. Or the word Back Pocket. One word.
Also, while we're waiting for that, I should clarify before when I was talking about the sex toys. That was not a Back Pocket collaboration for sex toys. That was us as low-key working with a company to help promote their sex toys.
Now,
But at the same time,
are we taking that job to slowly make it a back pocket collab?
I think we absolutely are.
Potentially. We got one already?
What would a back
Oh.
pocket?
In lieu of a
Flashlight.
flashlight. I've got a good.
We don't have a
sex
post-show.
toy.
Oh, would it be-
I said
it
in
would-
lieu of.
It would be
Oh,
blue.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not doing a post show today because we're doing this.
We should focus
Oh,
it.
would it be a foot?
Oh, it would be a
Steve-O Gambo.
Steve-O Gambo.
Steve-O Gambo.
Steve-O
Do you want
Gambo.
the big one?
Has one. The big one.
yourself.
We'll message you in the...
Yeah, you're gonna get a
Whispers?
DM from. You're gonna get a DM from Back Pocket.
You've
asking for your address.
The Tiny Tina's Wonderland
Ooh.
treasure trove.
Oh,
damn.
I will tell you what's in here because I don't want to unpack it all. You get yourself a Cloth Wonderlands map, But Stallion's Castle Papercraft booklet, enamel companion pins,
Oh my.
standalone bunkers and badass module,
What?
illustrated tarot cards, and
yeah.
a butt stallion plush.
I don't think the game is in there.
I don't.
There's no game. There's no game.
They tend to not
There's no
send
game.
out the game in the press packs because
Yeah.
they go,
It's usually
"We've
a
sent you
code."
press pack. Here's
And
a code in your email
Yeah,
address."
yeah.
Yo, Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
There's no one on that camera.
What?
No, you won't.
Payton.
You're a uni student. Piss off.
Yeah.
Stop it. No.
That's what they don't need it.
No.
No.
No. Payne.
No.
No one heard that.
Stop it. Stop it.
Josh.
Stop it, Payne.
No.
Stop it.
Oh, we
No.
missed one. We missed one.
Oh, who did we miss?
Who won?
They can't tell us. They're an emote only.
God damn.
Can a mod tell us?
Mod can.
Mod? Who did we miss? Who was
We
number
missed
2?
one. We missed one.
The winner was.
Winner was
The winner was.
some hype. It was Will. Nope,
Oh my
come on
god.
again.
Visions of Mimicry.
Visions of Mimicry. Visions of Mimicry.
Dances in my...
Oh, I remember what this one is.
Good.
It's just gonna have to say in the box.
Oh, yeah.
Visions of Mimicry.
Visions
Have
of
got
Mimicry.
yourself
You get
a
a-
fragile box.
A fragile box.
Oh, a
I
lead
know
us
what
to
it
the
is.
box.
On that is a thing.
It's an Assassin's Creed Valhalla art book and drinking horn.
Yeah.
That's actually
Ooh.
legit.
Cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like, but it's nicely packed in there, so we're going to keep it in there.
Yeah. So it's a proper drinking horn with a stand, and it is wrapped in Nick's cut off Ghostbusters costume
Oh, yeah.
from a couple of weeks ago. So
So
it's
wedded
sex
in
that.
and
So wash that
everything.
thing. before
And
you
there's
drink
also
out of it.
one other piece of fabric that I put in there to help pack it out, and it's like a T-shirt of some description.
Wasn't it a pillowcase?
It's a pillowcase. It's
a
the
pillowcase.
ugly pillowcase.
It's an ugly pillowcase
that we
we
don't
wanted
want
to get
anymore.
rid of, and you
Yeah.
have it now, and you're very welcome.
All yours.
Yeah, that's yours now.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah. All right,
It
next
needs to be packed in that
present.
bubble wrap.
We'll do another one there and see
All right.
who gets it on the
Number
next
3.
roll. We'll,
Number 3.
as we've said with everyone, we'll get these out to you by getting your details in a DM
Yeah.
or a whisper. So,
Back
yeah.
Pocket is going to DM you on Twitch.
NJ Games.
NJ Games.
Hey.
Nice.
All right, NJ.
What
It's
if
a roller skate.
present could
It's
be also
roller
could be
skates.
shit?
Oh shit!
It's shit. It's a shit one.
Is it a shit?
That's the shittest one.
It's
What
the
do you
shittest.
mean? It is socks.
Twitch
Everyone
partner
knows.
socks.
Twitch partner-
Twitch
Cool.
partner
Those are great.
socks.
I have those socks. And I
Oh,
love them.
and
Oh yeah, I put those in there because they're so shit.
Steam gift card and an Apple gift card.
For $20 each, I think.
Get yourself something you'd like. That's what
Good.
grandparents do.
Yeah.
And socks. So there you go. Merry Christmas, NJ.
Nice.
Well, to be fair, I don't think you can buy the partner socks.
No.
So,
No.
They're worth.
Flex edition.
Yeah.
They're worth something.
Only
Wear these.
X amount of hundreds of thousands of people have that.
Wear these
And
and,
they-
your roller skates.
They're good. They're good house socks.
Oh, yeah, I can
You know
see
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
What are house
you-
socks?
Yeah, no, they'd be good
Socks
for
are
they'd be
nice.
good for risky businessing.
Like socks that you don't really wear with your jeans or whatever, but you like wear around the house.
Yeah.
I like
around.
them.
I've got Banjo made me a pair of socks at Kindy last year, like tie-dyed, like they
Yeah.
they've
Oh,
got white
okay.
socks. But like because they're not professionally done, it's like every time they get washed, they fade really quickly. So I have them as house socks because it's like I only wash them after a couple of uses because they're never in a shoe, so they're not really sweating up that much. You know what I mean?
We could probably get our emo
I have a
only
lot of
mode,
wool
right?
socks.
We're just going to roll one more time.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't- Yeah.
They're house socks.
One more roll.
Let's see it. Who is it?
Is
I
this a-
think.
Oh, this is for
I
play-
think.
this is a PlayStation
I
game.
think this is a book.
Jim Ball 86.
It's a PlayStation game.
Ball.
I'm
Jim
sorry,
Ball.
if you don't have a PlayStation,
Oh, Jim Ball.
Jim
Okay.
Ball
You
you
86.
can give it to someone who does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or go
Jim
trade it in.
Or get a
Ball
PlayStation.
86.
Because you have got on PlayStation The Dark Pictures,
Oh.
The Devil in Me,
Oh
Tell
my.
you what.
which is probably the pick of the Dark Pictures anthology. Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, worth playing on your
Best one so
PlayStation
far.
5.
Yep.
Nice.
Not as good as the feature ones.
No.
Until Dawn or the Quarry,
No,
but
but
better
good.
than the rest of the.
Good antagonist.
Totally.
Good setting.
Yep.
Good times.
Good times. Good times.
We had good times. And you will too, with your own
fantastic.
copy. Merry Christmas, everyone.
That's
Well
great.
done.
Congrats indeed.
Now we've got 2 more things to wrap up. The
Ah.
first, do we have the intro sequence for this?
What is it?
Pocket
'Cause
League.
No.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, I wanted to hear it one last time.
Will, can you cue it and then just turn the volume all the way down?
Will, can you
Or
cue
up.
it?
Yeah, so if you go to the videos tab
Look at our professional.
and you can see lists.
Yes.
If you see the list that's got
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
you'll see it changing as I hit these buttons.
This is like that weird Harlem Shake craze that happened
happening?
in like
I
the 2000s.
remember that. God.
And look
damn.
at
Yep.
the fact that
So right click that,
this is our shit.
drop
Lord of the
down
Rings
to
perspective.
to Pocket League.
Imagine
It might
someone
not be in there because
tuning
we update it
right
every
now.
time.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's
TOS.
not in there.
Where
It's not
are
in there
the
because we update it
TOS?
every time.
Okay, let's all do the song.
Yeah.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. With a jump.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, it goes again after that.
Let's go.
Let's go, and then we can start again.
Alrighty, Pocket League results for the year 2022. We all
Oh,
picked
yeah.
some games.
I totally forgot about
Most of those games came out. Some didn't.
Yeah.
That's why we had reserves.
Even some of those reserves came out.
Some of those
I'm already
reserves came
stressed
out.
about next year.
We don't have the board either.
We do.
No, we do have the ball.
Oh, good.
Okay, so coming in at 4th place.
With a reminder that the person who comes in last gets to pick first next year.
yes, yes.
It's
I
the
know,
reverse thing.
snake
So
draft. Yeah.
bittersweet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, let's get that result board up because in 4th place, with a combined total of a combined review score of 303 points,
It says wave tail.
and averaged out at 61%
That's shit.
of a review, it is Stephanie Bendixson.
Yeah.
Who will get first pick next year.
I won last year though, didn't I? From the top to the bottom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Coming in 3rd place with a combined score of 334 points that averages out to 67%.
That's
Peter
gonna be me.
Burns.
I only have 4 games.
Oh, you do too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now, the fight for the win this year.
A fight.
But last pick.
96
But of course, it's a reverse snake, so the 4th and 5th pick.
Ah.
So in 2nd place with 409 and an averaged out score of 82%. And then the winner had 427 with an average score of 85%.
85 to what was it again? The second?
82.
Ooh.
Coming in 2nd place, it is Gus Ronalds, which means the winner is Nick by Richardson.
Well done.
Well done.
With an 85%. Very exciting. Thank you very much.
Good.
I
What are some of the
really
outliers
regret
there?
not outlining a prize at the beginning of the year.
Again, I think we need to point out the real winner of this was the fact that we all learnt about what is Martha is dead. Like, the
There's a
highlight
t-shirt.
of this whole thing.
And didn't it add a spicy, fun aspect
Sure did.
There was,
to
it
the...
said there's a T-shirt of it now, so
It did better than Roller Champions, which is that's bullshit.
No, it
Roller
was
Champs.
good.
No, I know,
It
but
should
Roller
get
Champs is not a
67.
67. Roller Champs is a
Yeah.
67.
Yeah, Roller Champs isn't a 67. That's a rough score
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
But again, that 96 Elden Ring carried me all the way there.
Yeah, that Elden Ring.
Ragnarok
Elden Ring.
93.
Yeah, I'm glad that Ragnarok came through there.
What else?
'cause I was
Oh,
a bit
Saints
worried about
Row
that.
is the lowest, 65.
65 with Saints
Yep.
Row, yeah.
88 and 76
I
for
can't
Nick
believe
subs.
the highest game on my list is Kirby.
Wow.
Oh, good point.
But it won Best Family Game at the Game Awards.
Sure
what was
did.
that about?
And
Dunno.
who got so Steph
Never
and
family.
Pete tied with the most delays with Redfall, Song in the Forest, and Kerbal Space Program 2.
What do we win?
For Steph, Pete's were Oxenfree, Suicide Squad, and Stalker. Yeah, right.
And I think it's worth pointing out as well that carried over into Season 3 of Pocket League will be 2 long games that have been in the first 2 seasons, which
Breath
is
of the
Breath of the
Wild.
Wild, which is now Tears of the Kingdom,
Yep.
and of course, SOTF, as I like to abbreviate it. Sons of the Forest.
Oh, right. You're going to take that over as
Sons
well.
of the
Because
Forest.
also Hollow Knight Silk
Hollow Knight.
Song, which
Oh,
I had
fuck, yeah,
last year
sorry.
and had
Yep.
again this year.
Yeah, true.
God damn it.
Sons of the Forest, the one that Steph swooped in and got for last year, which
Yeah.
she might do again. Fuck, you could take my Tears of the Kingdom.
You could.
You could take
And,
my
and that's a
Tears.
lock as well.
That is.
That's actually a lock.
Oh, no.
But would you really sacrifice Redfall like that when it was your first pick this year?
Of course you would.
Of course you would, because you know it's coming out.
February. It's going to be a big Feb.
Already getting in her mind. Cool. We'll be doing that. I guess we have to do it on our first episode back.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is that I
cracking.
want to choose Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm not confident it'll actually come out.
Yeah, right.
That's my Breath of the Wild too. Is that
Yeah.
I believe in it so much and I think it'll review so fucking well, but I just don't trust that it won't get pushed.
Good.
There you go.
Okay, cool. That was Pocket League. Let's go. I feel like at some point we all went into Star Wars music. Speaking of Star Wars music, is there a bigger Star Wars fan? Who's the biggest Star Wars fan, do you reckon, out of you two and Will?
Peter.
Will.
No, it's Pete.
Nah.
Look at him dressed
Will's
as a
Will's a way bigger Star Wars fan than me because Will likes all Star Wars.
Every time we
and I
Except
like
for
the
the
good
good one.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
which is 5% of Star Wars.
Yeah, but I feel like the Star Wars that
But-
you do like, you like harder.
Will didn't like Andor that much. Throwing
That's
under the
what I
bus
say,
here.
I like all the Star Wars except for the good ones.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So you like the prequels?
No.
No one likes that.
He
It
likes
was
all
a
the new
joke
stuff
about
because
Andor.
he's
It
young.
Yeah, it was a joke about
Purely
Andor.
Andor.
It was a joke about it. Purely Andor.
Yeah.
So hard to be
but
critical
Will
dressed
likes
like
Will likes Rebels. He likes Clone Wars. Like has watched all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the extra
Yeah,
shit.
he's watched
I
everything.
like 5 Star Wars films.
Yeah.
And a TV.
When we went to go see The Force Awakens, the opening credits started and you cried.
Yeah, I came. I didn't actually cry,
Oh, that's beautiful.
but I didn't.
I did the same thing.
It
On
would be cute if it was true, but I
Did he?
didn't.
I cried.
I got emotional for sure.
I
I
did
cried
the same
when
thing
Harry
when-
Potter came out, and my dad's still watching. He went dressed up as Harry Potter. He took me to the premiere. I got fucking overwhelmed.
To be fair, I cried at the start of Rise of Skywalker when it says the Emperor has returned somehow. I burst into tears.
You're like, finally, he's back. Who wrote this?
Palps.
The hero. Cool. Okay. So joint equal Star Wars fan has put together a little montage of the year for us as well.
Wait, what does Star Wars got to do with any of this?
Yeah, this is a segue to
We
Will,
were
but
on
then we
Star
segued
Wars,
to
segued to Will,
Yeah.
and then we got distracted, and then
Wait, who made this?
Will edited a little montage for
George
the
Lucas
year
made
to take us out. So let's take a look at the year that was 2022.
Are we coming back after this?
Back pocket, yes we are. How's everybody doing?
Shut up. Them. I thought you were talking to Meg. I was like, we've said enough.
Can I start with your name, please?
Your name, please.
Can I start with your name, please?
God damn it.
Why did you attack me?
Because I saw that I might be able to, so I did.
Oh, there's my wife. Fucking murder.
Mantling, if you will, things
will.
like that. The boss fights are really fun.
You have great drip. Shut up, old woman.
Cool. Do you have anyone in your life right now who would be willing to feed you?
The answer to that question is no, and thank you for bringing that up on this chat.
Dimensions are wacky as shit, but
Well, it's a fox's house, Pete.
okay.
Yes! Suck it!
I've got a thin porpoise dick.
But then you start connecting all of the dicks. Cringe.
Bam. Could you hang on to this?
My next pick is a game called Martha is Dead.
It's not Mother is Dead is happening.
It's a choice.
It's a good.
And you're making me want to change my choice.
You can't change your choice. Martha is dead.
I'm going to win.
You know it's in VR?
Sure will. It's in Italian. Martha is an identical twin.
I never finished Paradise Kill. Touch him. Oh, there is no excuse.
That's Chunky Kong. Chunky Kong fucks.
Good day. What lovely weather. Chaps. Over up a bit.
Bonjour.
I got put on this couch against my will, and I'm here, and I will copy whatever I fucking need to survive the night.
Gus, what happened to you?
You just drank a lot of sour foam.
But your bag is vibrating. That box of carrots, an hour.
Richardson. Richardson.
Sit down.
You've been cancelled, bitch.
I was like, who runs Germany?
Girls.
I auditioned for NIDA. They didn't accept me, but I auditioned.
Some fucking duck.
Just says, wait a second.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
What's up?
5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. And what's to make a movie?
Minge Maestro?
And are you? What the fuck is watermelon sugar? It's a sex
Bring the card up! Gutters.
So early in life.
Wank. Wank. It's like you can't sneeze with your eyes open.
And I can't wank with my eyes open.
Relax when you want to come.
Woo!
You're allowed to love porn.
From
Stop
now
encouraging him to blow things when he doesn't want to.
I was on the teeth.
Have you ever thought about wearing it in other situations?
There's no other need that you would just need these. You know what I mean?
Yes, well done, Steph. Excellent. And Doc.
Just swallow it.
That just texted. Oh.
You can't get through this wall.
I'm not feeling very zen, I can tell you that.
You're out of time.
I've grabbed onto the wrong appendage.
You grabbed the dick.
Mint.
Mine. Fuck you, logic puzzles.
Tank. Die.
Tank.
Psych.
Oh my god!
Shut the up!
Hey, it's not about being the fastest. It's about
It is, though.
making it a slow and pleasurable experience for everyone involved.
Hey!
Quite a rude group of people, aren't we?
We'll cut that today.
Look at the ranging levels of hair length and tan.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like a real-
Your skin has run the gamut.
I just go, yeah. Through the
You
whole
When you go into the middle of the
through
country
whole-
and then back again.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's true.
yeah.
You get a great tan.
Thank you.
You tan really well. I don't tan particularly
I don't
well,
tan.
but you tan great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
was
the series
very
of
fun.
oils.
And
I bet you
leathers.
fucking do.
Series of oils.
Well done, Will. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
Sorry, I was saying thank you as well, but it definitely came off like I think I did that. Thank you. I told him what he knows.
Some good memories. Some good memories there.
Things that I thought were last year. That's that's
Totally.
every
Going
year, but
through
it's
it, like I had to double check where they were in the Xbox folder. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, when was that? And
Yeah.
The Steph's patisserie, all I do is carry it out. That was this year.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept expecting because we the only reason we did remote shows was someone was sick, right?
Yes.
There was no lockdown or anything, so there was no
None
sort
of
of
that
COVID
this year.
situation. Yeah.
No.
Roller
Yeah.
champ.
Well, people
screaming
got
at you.
COVID this year.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was no like there
There's no
wasn't
lockdown.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm still
Good.
fucking reeling from it.
That roller champ highlight. So good. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That was one of those
Go, Bear,
moments
no.
where you just go.
Pass.
What a year.
Good. Fantastic work. We are going to be back with more Back Pocket next year. I didn't have anything planned.
People are freaking out about the mug.
I
you
know,
got
they're
on
really
your
getting
knee.
worried. Sometimes I do this.
I forgot the laptop throw.
Oh,
that was
the
in the
laptop
montage.
throw.
Oh,
my
my heart
God.
fucking skipped a beat when I saw that as well. You're a risky man.
That was,
People saying Melanie Bracewell rated earlier. Did you guys see? I don't
We
know
did
who
not.
that is.
I don't know who that is, but it seems like she's a big deal.
Thank you so much.
Oh, is she? Are you a big deal, Melanie?
host of not Whose Line, what is it? Have you been paying attention?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Kiwi
Been paying
version.
attention.
Oh, the Kiwi version.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
You can see it next week.
Yeah, I'll
Say
see you
hi.
this weekend.
Melanie,
Go and
if you're
see my
still
brother.
here,
Nice.
Pete will come and say hi.
See you at the Auckland Sky Tower on Sunday morning.
But you'll see it from the ground. You'll
Yeah.
look at it and be like, that's too high.
It's too high. Why is it glass?
Yeah.
It's such an irresponsible build.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm excited for the break because we can rest and have a bit of a sleep. But also, as we said, Nick will be taking over the channel from the week after next.
Mhm.
We'll also be dropping a lot of content, Angus.
Yeah, we banked a whole series of Scaredy Boys. Nick and I played through the Dark Pictures. Devil got right up in me, and it was a lot of fun. And if you enjoyed the dating Hooked on You series that we put up as well, you'll enjoy this, I'm sure. That'll be going up on our YouTube channel. Early access for anyone who's on the corresponding Patreon tier, but you can jump over there now, go to the Patreon and support us. You can get early access to that when they start dropping over the course of January. Also,
Will, are the edits good on that? We haven't seen
They
them
are
yet.
good fun.
They
They're
are
very
good?
fun.
Good.
Watching the descent of chaos in these things are always
Also, you will need to watch them all to get the references, the callbacks,
because they were shot over a 24-hour period.
So it's a
and
spiral
we went hard.
as we do. But also, the other content that's coming out is the Back Pocket Awards. They are done, dusted, and ready to go up. So starting from late next week? No. Yes.
Yeah. The last one drops on the 31st, New Year's Eve, and work 8 days backwards.
8 back from that.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Don't they start on Christmas Eve? Didn't we work that out? They start on the
Potentially.
24th?
Yeah, I think so. Christmas
Maybe
Eve
not.
is...
Earlier.
Yeah, but there are awards
3,
in
4, 5,
the
6,
20
7.
yeah,
Christmas
20
Eve.
Is it?
24th.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, and then we've got awards in there like best visuals, best storytelling. We've got all of our own top 10 lists. We've got
games we're excited about for next year.
Yeah, we've got most disappointing. We've got the biggest surprises. We've got game of the year. Obviously, that'll drop on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
As the last one. But yeah, there's a whole bunch that are going in there too up on the YouTube channel. So you guys can enjoy all of that while we're not here.
I just realized we never did the poll, but we did the bit in the game of the year.
Oh, I know.
where we
put
all
the poll
covered up.
here.
Yeah.
You just cut that?
No, I just left it all in. It was funny. I was going to do some weird stuff to it. It was just funny. I left it in there. I was tired. It's been a big year. You'll see it. No, it's fine. It works. It's a continual bit. It doesn't work if we try and cut it up. You'll see what it is when you watch the actual...
No, we weren't going to cut it up. We were going to do
We
it.
have to do a poll.
We're going to put the poll out and then
have people vote and then
then
put their
put
answer
the
up. It's just
voice
like a fun little sparkly graphic and a
fuck,
reveal.
I'll re-upload it. Okay. It hasn't
Excellent.
gone up.
All right,
I'll do
Ben,
more
we're going to
work.
need a game of the year poll for the audience.
Open slather in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yep.
Figure that out.
People can add shit. People can add games that weren't even this year.
And then we're back doing this on the approximately end of...
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Discord games night. Yeah. Kit, what's the details on that? I saw a card, but I know nothing about it. I saw nothing about it. Peggle 2 again. Are you guys playing Peggle 2 on the Discord thing? Check that out. I don't know any details, but I did. What? I think they're talking about something else over there.
Fair enough.
The 26th is when we're back.
26th of Jan.
Yes.
Yeah, we are back up and running with...
Yep.
I was going to say new stuff. This is the same old show.
It's just the same
New
shit.
games.
Well, we'll have
New
a meeting
stories.
and try and figure out a cool new thing for next year.
What
even
if we
it
leave the
doesn't
Christmas
happen.
decorations up the whole time?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That'd be
I like
tricky,
that.
wouldn't it?
That
We'll
would
all
be
have
fancy.
strange stories and adventures from...
No one will. You will have strange stories.
Yeah,
I
the
will
rest
have
of us will
strange
We'll have very
stories
normal
and adventures.
stories and no adventures.
I'll be
so-
gagging to come back to work.
People are saying on Australia Day,
Yeah.
Is that Australia Day?
26th is a public holiday.
God bless you.
All right, we go
God.
back a week later. We get a week off when we start.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Cool. All right. Are we done?
Yeah.
I think we're done. We need to do the credits. We need to say a big
Oh,
thank
did
you
we put
to...
the new credits in?
Will, did they finish exporting? Yeah, you are, baby.
That's
Tell you
what
what, I'm
we're
gonna get a
doing.
fucking
Does he know where they
haircut.
are?
That's right. It should be Back Pocket Day.
Number 4, I think we're up to.
5. 4 was in.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This is why the document needs to be updated.
We had a little tiff over who...
There was no tiff. There was the right way, and then you got frustrated by the right way.
I never cried.
I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I would have remembered crying. Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Hit him. Who's going to do it?
All of us.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's all do it. Let's
Okay.
do one each.
Chaotic.
Ready? Who's starting?
You.
Oh, I didn't merge it. The mods. Gat.
Syntax error.
What?
We're running out of time.
Syntax gap.
Syntax error.
Kick Carnage.
Let's tell you.
Sithcat.
Phoenix Online.
Disturbed 778.
Jex.
Caboose.
What the Shark.
Gus Beard Wrangler.
Dumpdaze.
We're doing that.
Yeah. Department of Donuts.
Honey Bun Bun.
Bot Lubricator.
We are robots.
What's ever?
Mod Captain.
So confusing. I only read the
Costume
title.
Department.
Oranishi.
Remove. This sucks. I want to say someone's name.
Remover of foot from Gus's mouth.
Battling Buffin.
Back Pocket Legal Team Snail XD.
Nick's own legal team for his
doesn't
dumb
fit.
mouth is BuriBuri.
This is why I never cried. Head technician.
Kane Lavos, Scotty Groomer.
Glowing Might naming department.
I think we run into the same problem.
I was nominated Best Boy Eva Ray.
Worst boy.
Evil Spy Boy Box Boy.
Box.
Scotty Feeders Super Studio.
Scotty Breeders. Slowpunk.
Scotty Wranglers. Ziki.
Scotty Fandangler. Bifrost.
Worm Wangler.
Toxachog.
Peters.
Cable.
Wall.
Z.
Wood.
Z.
Well designed.
A Timothy.
Assistant.
To the staff attention, Grabe. When she loses attention.
886. Community Hot Boy.
Nicrotex.
And his hot boy.
Coastal City.
And that waiter from lunch.
Kaylee Kool-Aid.
Executive show counselor, Raj.
Remover of Sassler.
House band. House band music for hire.
Middle
It's
C.
Middle C.
I found my glasses.
Yes. Dinosaur supervisor, Phil Tipper, thank you for all your work.
Bird supervisor, Loki Cat. Fuck those birds.
And Back Pocket Business Partners.
Stream PC.
And Pixel Beans.
Hey!
Cough.
Wow, what a ride. What a ride.
That was wild, Gus. Do you know how hard Pete and I worked to update everything?
God.
It was all right.
Remover of
I was like, just copy and paste the list.
Remember
Copy and paste it. I can't copy and paste it.
Wait, show me the credits again.
Wait, and it has to go from the start.
What did it say?
You can scrub them.
Remover of sugar from cock.
Sugar from cock? Wait.
Because it was cut.
Oh, we gotta see. We have
We'll
to
just
see.
scrub to it. Scrub to it.
Gravy.
Oh, God.
It's there somewhere.
Remover of sugar
Keep
from.
going up.
Shit, there it was. It's gone. Back Pocket legal team. Ix own legal team for his own dumb mouth. Can't losing the comedy impact.
Yeah. Keep scrubbing a little bit of it.
We had it.
Was it up or down?
Where are we?
You're going up.
Other way, other way, other
Down.
way.
It's gotta be down. It's gotta be later.
There it is.
There it is. Assistant
Oh my
remover
God.
of sugar from cock. Kaylee Kool-Aid. Well done, Kaylee. We're good.
Also, I want to point out,
We're good.
Jay Kane says, are we ever going to fix the fact that the credits squish the picture?
No, that's
point.
design.
It's a 90s callback.
That's
It's a
intense.
That's
classic
what they would
old
do in the 90s. They would
Yep.
squish the picture.
dressed by and have all those things on like sale of the century and stuff. Yeah.
And they'd often have in the bottom corner. Well, you could. They don't always squish it. There was once they worked out that they could not squish it. They started putting it into the corner, and then they put like the next show coming up on the bottom as well. But
Next year, we should do little animated straps for shows that don't exist. Like, coming up next.
That's good.
that's our ad break, basically.
Yeah, but I'll have that before the ad break.
Okay.
Ryby, my boy, said that having the sugar removed is good because they're generally on a diet when they're hunting for cock. Good. What
Good stuff.
Nothing.
Now, you're very tired. I saw you yawn.
Yes.
You're driving me home.
It's going to be fine.
All right.
Because when I said to Peter
80s
that
sing
I
along.
was driving you home, he was like, I don't want to be in the car for that playlist. And I was
That's
like,
not what I
"Oh,
said.
yeah."
I was just going to say 90s sing-along.
I said you guys can listen to all your naughty screamo stuff.
Oh, I thought you
But
didn't listen.
I suggested
It was in the tone. It was the tone, Nicholas.
That's bullshit.
It was the tone.
I said you guys share this thing for some reason, this trash that you like.
It was the
together.
tone.
That awful music.
Why are
You
we
can enjoy
fighting
it together.
Just the words. Now the words.
It was just
matching
everything.
the
It was
tone.
all about it.
Now the tone is confusing because it seems very friendly, but the words are all. All right, we got to finish. Come on. Fuck, we're done. Thank you very much for watching Back Pocket for this year.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more next year. We can't wait to do it, but we also can't wait to have a break.
Yep.
What do you want?
We had Town Hall. We have new things that we're going to do next year.
Do we?
Thank you. Yeah.
I think we should.
Channel
Maybe
points.
less thing.
Channel points.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I think
I was like, we're going to overhaul the show. And Gus is like, channel points.
good.
More
All right.
hydrate.
Or maybe not. I
more
might get
hydrate buttons.
More hydrate. Well, yeah, I might forget.
Yeah.
Might just be more of this.
Thanks, Will. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Peyton. And thanks, Josh, even though he isn't here. And he's really only done 2 shows.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Poor Ben. I feel
Thank you,
sorry that
Mods,
Ben
tonight
is
as well.
just so isolated in Melbourne, but it's his
In
own
that
fault
tiny
for
little
living there.
shitty village.
Yeah.
Different part of the country.
I think Ben's very happy. In
Doesn't
Melbourne.
even have a surf culture, from what I hear.
No.
I don't think Ben.
Oh, it's got the best
I don't
surfing
think Ben
beaches in
cares
the
for
world.
Oh yeah. It's just you need to dress up in a fucking what was it?
Steamer.
The steamer. Gotta get into
Cleveland steamer.
People
Cool.
wear those here too.
Okay, shut up. We're done.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
That feels like a perfect place to end it.
Melbourne is great.